get what I want, don't need no genie.
This right here a toolkit, ain't no beanie.
Every time they see me, now they froze.
No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me.
Rest in peace to Feeny. Got my own Topanga at the show. I ain't at the top, but I feel close to it. Got the speakers knocking, now these doors they keep on opening. Got too many yes men in your circle, how you supposed to win? If I play this for my girl and she don't like it, I ain't posting it. Whoa, rap game is the beast, popping up on those screens. Laptop in a dream, top notch with the keys. Wait, blast off at a reach, hopscotching on beats. Cause I just keep stepping on squares, these numbers increase. Whoa, yeah, baby no money in corner, that's baby no price.
Okay,
Right?
yeah, that sounded nice.
Baby no price, roll off the tongue, got me saying it twice. Me falling off, keep wishing, try to grant me 3 wishes. But look, I get what I want, don't need no genie.
This right here a toolkit, ain't no beanie.
Every time they see me, now they froze.
No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me.
Rest in peace to Feeny. Got my own Topanga at the show.
I just looked up what Topanga means. Got one goal this year, I need more enemies. Baby, no real rat shit, don't speak with energy. Baby, no better me. Just woke up, I sip amphetamines. Ain't so sure you know what better means. Just made a medic, but a song about green bean. Baby, don't press, don't blue with smithereens. Freaking MITS, 0.5 photo, keep it promiscuous. 2 10s kissing by themselves, 20 simultaneous. They said baby smooth, ain't talking subcutaneous. Finally got my paper straight, it's file miscellaneous. Baby, no money, my brother in Christ. Connor, he killing it, checking the price. 4, 5, 6 when I roll on some dice. By the way, ladies, I ain't circumcised. I need a new girl to treat me real nice. Running my rappers, I love exercise.
I get what I want, don't need no genie.
Rub it up.
This right here a toolkit, ain't no beanie.
Stocks up.
Every time they see me, now they froze.
No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me.
Rest in peace to Feeny.
R.I.P.
Got my own Topanga at the show. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Baby, no money, kind of price. Baby, no money, kind of price. I hope this boy drinks, I want some ice. I see you real soon at night.
I'm here. I mean, bark. Why I'm out of breath. Holy. Oh. How's it going? Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely late. I've been struggling today. Been having a hard time getting everything done. All of the things. Whew. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Hey, Bubber. Hey, buddy. The way you sleep all day and then I start streaming and then you come out to say hello. Such a funny boy. What'd you guys have for dinner? I don't think I had dinner tonight. Well, I know I didn't have dinner, but I don't think I had lunch, which is really more crazy. Usually I have dinner after stream. But, yeah, that's a bit of an L. Maybe I'll grab something fast. Alright. Let me do my hellos. I need some water. Why does my mouth sound like that? Hi Venomous. Hi Moth. Hi Maven. Hi Wiener. Hi Junk Lover. But it's not junk. It's something else. JNK? JNK Lover. Bookie. Oh, hello Bookie. Or Pookie? Pookie? Ooh. Hi Nat. Hi Taylor. Thanks for the follow, Simi. Hi, Simi. Hi. Dazzle. Hi, Afri. Hi, Eggy. Hi, Acer. Hi, Moth. Hi, Anna. Hi, Nova. Hi, Babber. Bumping his head into my ankle. Or calf. No, not calf. Shin. Hi, Whiskers. A slice of cheese. Yo, cheese would actually slap. Okay. Oh, hi, Midnight. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, I know my water bottle is on the counter because I put it there to fill before stream, and then I don't think I did it, but it's there, so that'll be fast. And then at the same time, I will eat a piece of bread and a piece of cheese. No, 2 pieces of bread and a piece of cheese. Then I can pretend I had a sandwich. Okay, BRB. I'm sorry it's taking so long. extra win, obviously. Anyway, how you guys doing? I have chat up. I could read you. I'm at the bottom of it. I said my hellos. If I missed you, just, you know, smile or something. Just, you know, a moment. It's a ungrilled cheese. Ungrilled. Raw cheese. A raw cheese sandwich? Ew.
Says you got your babs
Sounds
water.
gross. Yes, Babber? You're so much to say. Holy moly. Alright. Damn, almost 20 minutes on the starting screen is crazy. I'm actually in the stream. I should have just canceled the stream. I like it. I just didn't finish anything until like 12? And I didn't notice the time, and then I just like, I had to scramble from there on. Show us Babbers? I will, I'll pick them up. Oh no, I didn't start the freaking stream deck. Oh, so stupid. I pushed the button, but it didn't work. Excuse me. Mr. B! Here he is! Oh. He's over here. Hello, buddy. I actually only took one bite before I put the mask on. My brain's shit today. My brain is absolute garbo. I took another bite. Hello, Bubber. Mr. Buddy. Whenever I give him hard pats, he likes to scratch his head against stuff. So right now he's doing it against my phone that's on a dock. Now he's doing it on... Wait, is Kate here? I didn't see your name pop up. Who's hating? Hi, Kate. Hi, buddy. Hold on. Let me put on some stuff. Oh, I didn't fucking do it right. Hi! How you guys doing? Oh, my finger's so crooked. What the heck? Wait. Let me adjust. There we go. That's better. I can live with that. Wait, I minimized you guys. There you are. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Okay, you're back. I'm not late, you're just early. No, I'm late. We're all late. Surely. I like your sweater. It's just a long sleeve, but thank you. It's just like a thermal. I think it's actually supposed to be a base layer, and me wearing a shirt under is like defeating its purpose. If I'm being 100% honest. But thank you. Ugh. I like that the stripes change thicknesses as they go down. No, it's just you? No, not just me. Oh wait, just Mossy? Nah, it can't be. I was late too. Hey, that's where I was. So I'm not the only one who showers right before a stream. Gotta look presentable when we hang out with your pals. Oh, my hat's freaking blue. Chad, I don't know how I feel about the blue hat with the purple top, but anyway. Not most. Cap is ashy, am I? I'll listen just to be sure. I'm colorblind. I would have never known. Oh, okay, they're actually perfect then. Oh, it looks black, low man? Oh, it's blue. I do have a black one too, so sometimes I do grab the wrong one. Black was the one I was going for, but it was dark. You're not ashy, poggers! Not ashy. Homie, you look a bit all over the place. Ça va? I am all over the place. The title is accurate. Brain no good today. brain kinda shit. I've been working on the same audio for the past 2 days. And usually I get audios done in one sitting. I really hate like splitting them up. I'm switching the music, by the way. So that already is like a mild distressor in and of itself. My thing thinks it's playing on my phone. Wait, no it doesn't. Why can't I hear it? Yeah, you guys also can't hear it. Now my Spotify's not working. What the hell? Let me try reopening it. Installing Spotify. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so normally I get audios done in one sitting, so having to like split it up into two is really annoying. And this is one that I knew was going to be really was going to be a really big handful. Also, hi Miseo, and someone else came in too. Hi Quinn. Yeah. What did I just say? Yeah. And this audio in particular is one that I've been putting on hold for a really long time because I knew that it was going to be a lot of work. The audio file was massive. And Bun, hi Bun. Wait, oh yeah, you're Lily Blue. I don't know. For some reason, the blue like blended in with the background, and I couldn't even see it. I don't know. My bad, brother. Blended right in there. What was I saying again? See, chat, brain is just garbo today. Yeah, because when I was recording it, I kept changing my mind about what I wanted to do with it and where I wanted to go. And, usually I just commit to whatever I decided and I make it better. That's dark mode for you? Well, I could see your name just fine with your pink. So most people have light colors. And yeah. I got nothing else. Also, why would you expose that you use light mode in a place where people didn't already know? You know? There are probably a handful of people that didn't know yet. And now they do. You did that to yourself. I'm not ashamed. I'm sorry to hear that. But anyway, good for you. I've been blending on Twitch and the Discord. That's what I was gonna mention, and then I didn't. When I said and then I said I got nothing. Yeah, I think the audio will be good though. I do want to give it a re-listen before I post it, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's like a big reason for why I don't like splitting things up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was saying usually I don't change my mind significantly. I'll like go in the same way. And if I change something, it's just like how I said something. Like a tone change or a word change. And I'll do that a lot, which is like pretty annoying. I never used to do that in the beginning, but I think that's why my characters are like a little bit better now. I think my dialogue's like a little bit better than it was when I started. But yeah, anyway. Do different things every now and then, you know? It's good to keep things fresh. I can never be a VA because I know listening back to the audio would make me cringe. You get used to it. Get used to it, like, pretty quick. Plus, like, if you can't even listen to it, then why would you think anyone else would, you know? So, one thing you gotta power through. Thank you for the water ping, Acer. Let me switch my bottles. Like, you don't have to get off to your own audio or anything. Like, think of it like sending somebody a spicy pic or a nude. If you look at it and you're like, ugh, you're probably gonna want to like take a different pic. That is not Babs's bottle. Oh, Babs's bowl? It's empty. But you could just tell by that layer, like, that's just kind of nasty. That's like, that's that fur. They get their fur on everything. Oh yeah, super gross. This is his only bowl that doesn't have a filter in it. His other two have filters, like carbon filters, and they're fountains. So this is his like shitty one. But my place isn't really big. Like, it's 800 and something square feet. So already having like two fountains in a bowl, or yeah, two fountains in a bowl is kind of nuts. Babs deserves the best clean bowl. He loves the dirty one the most. That one's always empty. It's probably because I can't hear when it's empty, you know? But I can hear when the fountains are empty. I can hear when the fountains are low. The one that's close to the where I record, I have to fill up before I record because it gets louder the longer it goes, or the more it gets empty. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. He likes his Tupperware bowl. I think some Ferrero Rochers came in there. It's a good plastic. It's a good plastic. I got him one of those like metal dog dishes. He doesn't love that one. I think he has like cats have a depth perception thing in water. So I think he likes clear things more, if that makes sense. BPA free, huh? Well, of course, at least. This song is... Anyway, I'm going to switch it. But that song is AI. Exactly, high quality plastic. That's what he deserves. Oh, let's make a playlist. I had an idea before for what I wanted it to be on. You know what? I want to listen to fucking Problems right now. I don't know why. Anyway. Musicals? That's not what it was, but I do remember us talking about that on Monday. Give me like a couple more seconds to try and come up with it, and if I can't, we'll do musicals. Frick. I think it's gone. Hi, Aaron. He knows it's for a dog. Oh, the metal one? Maybe. But he doesn't like drinking out of, like, even ceramic ones. Like, he has a blue ceramic one with, like, a cat paw on the inside. Doesn't drink out of it. Songs that make you want to bang your head against the wall. I think I'd get a headache. I don't think my brain could take that. Capsicord. Ooh, I kind of like that. It's fun to, like, look at. The ups and downs and the circular letters is pretty. Okay, I guess we'll just do musicals. I can't think of it. Unlucky. This button. Date is 3/13 with chat. This is actually holding my head up. Shout out. I gotta put you guys over here while I click the links. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The way I just know we're gonna have like 3 different musicals and just a fuckload of those songs. 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll just get the bottom 10. Ba-ba-na-na. Oh, I'm actually wrong? I'm actually wrong. It just looked like that in the beginning. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Do do da 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 da. Wah 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 na na na. Final stretch. 10-ish seconds. Oh. What? It's trying to tell me that I overclicked my tabs. Yeah, there's a fuckload of Across the Universe. Add. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cancel. Oh, let me play it. Here. Oh, this is such a good song. Wait, this is such a good song. I was thinking about this like literally yesterday. Such a good song. Shout out older Sibs. I mean, if they're good, you know. Three more. Frick. Took me like 6 attempts to click the X. Whoa. Oh, so good. Chat, why didn't you guys put more in Kanto? Fuck. Ugh, I'm gonna cry. I'm getting emotional already. Alright, where's my chat? Jump to bottom. Frick, this song bangs. I can close this. Okay, chat. I have exciting, not like, okay, it would have been more exciting if it arrived, but it hasn't arrived yet. However, when it does, I'll like take pics and I'll show you guys. My songs are fire. Okay, say less. Say less. I thought about it. Musicals are like the best thing ever. I forgot it was a musical, TBH. Every Disney movie is, to be honest. Every single Disney movie's a musical. I hate that I like musicals. I mean, if you like movies and you like music, there's no reason to dislike musicals. It's just putting like two fun things together, right? At least that's how I see it. So I could have added Jungle Book for sure. Absolutely. I should have... Be Prepared is sick! Yeah! Yeah! That's sick! Cap, you slay? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Jumping is how we show our love? Jumping? Oh, like jumping people? That is true. That is true. I feel like our community does what I like to refer to as a reverse jumping. Where, like, one person will, like, say something to somebody, and then now all of a sudden you're getting jumped. You never get away with just, like, trying to say something sly to one person. That person's buddies are always around. Always. Good community. Good community. I like it. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to show you, that I was just prefacing, would have been more exciting if I had it in person, but it's just not here. But it'll arrive eventually, and when it does, I'll show you then. But until then, black screen. What is that? Capture card. Okay, sick. Morch! New Morch! Oh, baby! Look at that! Look at that! We got an address! What do we think? Bab's steaming pizza? That's not it. That's not it, but it could be. It could be. 5 Nights at Bab's. Hot and ready. Dine in, take out, delivery. 420 Purple Eye Drive, Calumet, Nunavut. Nice and classy. I was going to do it on a long sleeve shirt at first, but it's actually like it's only $2 more to have it printed on a crew neck. I feel like the quality change is worth the $2. Then we got tees. Just simple. This classic guy. I have to do a panel for it. I didn't have time to do it today. Classic, cute. Some nice Zaw. I'm in love with this color. Yeah, this color came out so nice. Like, this, like, yellowy one, but this is it in white. Red. Once again, done by our very own Acer. Classics. Some classics. And then this one. Always look to the sweater when you're trying to crack the code, chat. Cutie. SR Swiss Music Box Classical Repertoire. I think you missed the song request moment, but one day I'll get that command working, and then people will be able to do that. But yeah, use this one when you're trying to guess what the BSP stands for. But yeah, we got some classic cat style pizza. Wait, no, the S isn't style. It's not style, but it would have worked. Oh, and then the sticker pack. Some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. I ordered all of. I wonder if these are gonna come together. Yeah, it looks like they're attached. Just kind of like not all the way through. It's always interesting how the stickers come out. But yeah, and then a couple recycled ones. But in different sizes. Ooh la la. One comment. This one here, chat. I wanted it to be $40, and I don't know. For whatever reason.
Says Cap confirm our guess is you butthead.
Well, I kept looking, but I didn't see anything after your steaming pizza. Spicy pepperoni, no. Suspicious pizza. Yep, you got it. Bab's suspicious pizza. Also sketchy pizza. Whichever one. I initially decided sketchy, but then I was like, I feel like if you're gonna say it to somebody, suspicious or sussy would be better. Yeah. For real, that's what it stands for. That's why I said this one is gonna be really easy. The P is pizza. The B is Babs. You guys already know that. You just have to guess the middle one, and that's why I said to look at this sweater specifically. Supreme pizza. Yeah, I like sussy pizza. I think it's like kind of funny. But sussy means suspicious, so yeah. You are correct! And so quick this time! But yeah, we got pepperoni, catnip, mushrooms, fish, more catnip, rats. Delicious. Lots of great options.
Rah rah rah.
Yo, okay. Thanks for grabbing some merch. I appreciate that. Okay, yes, guys, as I was saying about this, hold off on buying the sweater. Because I think I can get it down to 40. Initially, I had it as set to $40, but then today when I went to launch it, it said, basically that it was gonna cost me $4 for every, one that people bought. So, like, not only is it making no profit, it's, like, costing money. So it had to go up, and I want to contact them and figure out why, because it's the same sweater that we've been using, so there's no reason it should be more expensive. But yeah, so hold off on this one, but grab the other ones. This is the prices that they'll be. This one, I think, is going to be sick. I'm really excited for it. I'm super excited. Did you guys notice that it's the same fish from the other merch? Is it? It's the same. Oh, Easter egg! Cute! Genius! Actually genius! Yeah, all this old stuff is sold out. You can't get it anymore. But you can look at it and see what cool things we used to have. I'm thinking maybe on, like, an anniversary of something, I'll make all of the merch live for one single day, 24 hours. But that's just, like, maybe possible potentiality. Also, $36? That's so cheap. I should go take a look and make sure I'm not losing anything. Yeah. Cool. That's actually such a fun Easter egg. What the hell? Clever boy. Yeah. You could use exclamation point race car for 10% off. Same as always. For the first little bit. I think after a month it expires. ... Listen, buddy. It's the same as always. It's always there. You're gonna give me a bit more time. I didn't know you were gonna get it. I appreciate that. To be fair, it'll only save you $2. So it's not much. It's not, but you want me to PayPal you $2? I'll PayPal you $2. It'll cost me $1. I'll change these at some point. Hopefully soon. Yeah. All right. Anyway, whenever mine arrives, I'll wear it to the, like, soonest stream after, and I'll do stuff on Instagram when I get it. The merch is so cute. Thank you, man. Thank you. I think it's really sick. I think it's super, super fun. I love it. Big fan, big fan. I mean, I always buy the merch. Chat, you know, let me take a look at my analytics right now. I'll tell you how much I how much I lose. I just love to have it. I'm wearing some today. I think this is a classic skull. Yeah. It's a good color. Orders all. There's 180. 3, 450. 6. 630. Okay, I've spent about $750 on merch. How do I see my total? It should all still be there. I don't take it out. It only showed me the last 90 days. I don't know how to tell. Anyway, that's how much I spent. I love it, man. Beyonce ticket money? Yeah, but I mean, this is over the course of like a year. Cap's his own biggest fan? I am. I would never make some merch that I wouldn't buy myself. I would never do that to you guys. Ever. If I wouldn't buy it, I'm not making it. Simple as. Oh, wait. Chat, when's Easter? It's like, it's not too long from now, right? You guys want a little spoiler of the design that I am working on? I want to change something. It's April? I thought it was the end of this month. Is it not? I think you guys are wrong. I think it's the end of March this year. Easter. Oh, the 31st. Okay. Yeah, you we're all right. We're all right. I thought it was like earlier though. He's saying loser. It's still my month. Let me check my memory. I'm still right. If anyone's righter, it's me. But I'm choosing to spread it. So anyway, one's in chat if you guys want to see some Easter merch idea. Or a Easter merch idea that I'm gonna like fix up a little bit. Okay. Here's what we're working with. I just don't know how I feel about this yoke. And I think I want to make the inside of the shell a little bit darker. A little bit darker. But yeah. That's what I'm working with. And then, you know, we'll figure it out. I had something for Valentine's Day, but I didn't get it done in time. It wasn't the same kind of thing. Unlucky. Unlucky. Next year, you know? It's pretty. Thanks. I love the yolk splatter. That's so clever and cute. Thanks. I thought about also maybe cracking the egg, but I'm using a lot of clip art in Photoshop because I'm not good at drawing. And then obviously like the logo that I own. Okay. We've really soaked through a lot of time so far. I'm proud of us, chat. I'm proud of us. I love it. That's so cute. Thanks. Thanks. You guys are so sweet. What song is this? Chat, what movie is this from? Does it? I feel like I've never heard this song before. But I'll be fair, I've only known the first 2 songs. Oh, it's a group. They're good. But what musical is it from? Do you know? I wish it said. Okay, so chat, my idea that I initially had for today's stream was going to be writing an audio together. Because if we write it, we can get a lot more ideas in from chat. As opposed to me knowing like what I can do in like a single sitting. Versus having infinite potentialities. However, I do worry that my brain might not be able to be its best for this, though it does come like pretty like second nature to me. So, how do you not know it's hard to be a bard? It's not, it's hard to be. It says slow burn. Or is that the movie? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. But yeah. I don't know. It's already played. Hard to be a bard is a previous song. Oh. I understand. Give your brain a break and play Jump King. You don't need your brain for Jump King. That is a fact. That definitely is a fact. And I don't think that I'll give a shit if I fall at any point. I really don't. So that's also positive. Please take a nap on stream. I wonder if I could. That one time we were watching that movie, or not movie, the YouTube video about the whole story, the guy that got stuck in the cave. I remember like falling asleep to that. I was really dozing. I don't think I had a cam on, did I? I might have. I was falling asleep. Let's take a nap. We can all nap. The whole story. Do you remember? Was it called The Whole Story? It might have been. That sounds like it might have been called that, to be honest. Subathon nap session. He asks a question and then jumps to the next topic. Well, I asked what musical it was first, and then I said I only knew half of these. I didn't ask what the last song was from at any point. You're wrong. And then, yeah. So, anyway. Group nap, let's go. Let's take a nap, guys. How do you fall asleep to a tragedy? It was late. It was late, and it was just like kind of slow. Honestly, subject matter doesn't matter if I'm tired. If I'm like not actively talking, actively using my brain, I'm just like I'm falling asleep. I fell asleep to Superman in theaters during the fight scene. It's very loud. I haven't seen it. I slept. I fell asleep in The Matrix. Though to be fair, I was a little kid. What else? I fall asleep to shit all the time. Which Superman? Man of Steel. The Henry Cavill one. I watched like all the boring shit in the beginning, and then once it like got cool. Okay, yeah, but look at the year Matrix came out, and then think of the year I was born. You know? Like, I didn't understand anything that was happening. Big spin. No excuses? I thought that was a pretty good one, though. Fell asleep during Ari's SpongeBob stream. To be fair, we watched 3 SpongeBob movies, bro. 3 of them. I'm having a hard time seeing. It looks like it's right on the line. Let me get a photo a photo finish for you guys. Frick.
BM0R3 Natural says stop cheating.
I'm literally not. So I'm taking a picture to show you guys. It's like, okay, my brightness is really low. Let me turn it up. Sorry. It's like ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. But it's mad close to the line. Like, you can tell I didn't touch it. It's just fucking really, really close. Sorry, let me try and hold it straighter. Clip it! Clip it! That's actually crazy. Gaslights chat? Chat, just because you're wrong, respin. Let's see what could have been. There's no shot it lands on Jump King twice, so this would be stupid. I just want to see what could have been. Ooh. It's 15 minutes of Jump King, Dazzle. 15 mins. Ooh. Well, glad we don't need a extra long makeout session with the weasel. Done that. Bye, Daz. Don't worry, Dazzle. It'll be a good one. I think I'm at like the energy level that's like peak for Jump King. Also, isn't this your song, Dazzle? No, this is the Rent. My bad. That's why it sounded familiar. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was an Across the Universe, but it's clearly not. Turn on character? Hope you land at the bottom and talk to the old man? Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I wouldn't put money on it, I just don't think that's the case. 15-minute timer. Anyway, let me just hit reset. How do I... Oh, wait, I know. I can't reset it, but I know how I can put it up, like, right away. Frick.
Eggy the arsonist says do sme eat first.
Can't hear you. Do Smeed first? I can't reset the timer. Unfortunately. Well, that's unlucky. Not him ignoring us? I can't. The timer's already started, bros. Chat, I was watching a stream. Never mind. Oh, okay. Well, frick. Oh, L game. I keep looking at chat while in the middle of a jump instead of waiting until I land. And it's really dumb. Simmer's not working. I've been bringing Women's Month, History Month up at every minor inconvenience. You feel like it's losing impact when you do that? Like, the more you do it, the less people are like, oh, they're not serious? Just out of curiosity. I don't have a Women's Month, so I, like, there's no man month. Kind of weird. But, just thought I'd ask. Nope. Mima. Mima. Unlucky. I'll say it again. It's a question. Or the man part. I still think it's funny. There we go. Probably not, but you can. Taste gets for 20. Does it have the same impact though? I've never tried.
We do not care.
I was reading what you guys were saying. You don't care what you guys have to say? Oh. That's kind of weird. I thought you guys were all in togetherness. You don't care about what you guys have to say to each other? Alright, well, I mean, you said it, not me. I care, though. I care what you guys have to say. Coco doesn't, but, you know, I do. Okay. It's giving max jump, right? Or like almost max? I think it's max jump. I think it's max jump. Hello? No, I was nailing this. I was nailing the jump all day. All day. It's been playing for 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Karma? For what? Unlucky. Ooh. Why did I do that? Why did I do that too? I don't need to be making these mistakes, but I just seem to do it. Getting mighty close to the old man. I already proclaimed that it wouldn't happen, so I gotta get out of here. Gotta take it a little seriously for a little bit. Wait, what? It ain't over till we say it only just begun? So it's over right after it started? Jump King and Burlesque is a good night. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying. I kind of like knew right away that I held it for too long. I should have let go of the arrow buttons when I did, or when I knew. Ooh. Really? Buddy. This game makes no sense. It's okay, he's asleep, he didn't notice. It's fine. This is actually a made-up game. Oh, that's a fun idea. Chad, look. I'm not looking. Fuck. Fuck. Alright. Everything is fine. What'd you clip for? What did I do? If it's for the song, it won't be there. Okay. Sending me out to the wolves. Wait, why? Okay. Now, it's a bigger jump than last time. Dazzle timed out Maven. Why? Out of the blue. Where's my scroller? If I gotta suffer, I'm screaming. Okay. Oh. Okay. So it's definitely not a max jump into there, though. Is it possible? Like, if I jump all the way up and I land on that slidey bit, there's no way I'm not sliding down. That's just like how this game kind of works. Okay, a little bit more than that. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna be dead. Wait, I know. Okay. Oh, it's a little longer than that. My keyboard is really loud. I've never noticed. That shit is very noisy. Hi, Lazy. Wait, Lazy, weren't you here in the beginning? I feel like I said hi to you. Frick. Is this a max jump? It's not. It can't be, because there's a hole right after it. I'm just freaking nervous now. Wow, the way I'm such a scaredy cat. I like that every time we play this game, we just play to the same spot every time. No, I was making a film today, so I didn't join it in early. Oh, what was your film on? Was it for school or just for fun? That's really exciting. Why did I do that? Don't know why I can't seem to make that jump. For school, doing like a Dragon's Den project, had to make a mini film editing, and my friend, hopefully it turns. Oh, that's cool. What are you selling? For your your pitch. Excuse me. Is Dragon's Den the American one? No, Dragon's Den's the Canadian one, and Shark Tank's the American one, right? Frick. It's kind of gross that I can do that part without looking, because I've done it so many times. Like, actually kind of gross. Oh, well, I guess I can't do it every time without looking. Holy. That's weird. Pog. Alright. It was a good 15 minutes. Let's get baked. I feel like I earned the bowl now. Wait a second. I'm glad I unintentionally waited. This one. Almost pulled my mask down. This should be a thing? What, I have to earn the bowl with Jump King? That's crazy. You want me to have no viewers ever, huh? I'm not a small enough streamer for you, buddy? Earn it? I earned it by saving... I earned it by working for the money I used to buy it. What do you mean? It's been earned. I earned it by walking my ass to the dispensary and buying it. Oh, wait, I asked something about... I'm not yelling. It's just what people like to say when they're wrong and someone's telling them. Wait, did nobody know if Dragon's Den was different from Shark Tank? Might have to Google it. Indica or sativa? Either indica or hybrid, for sure. Ah, good crack. Oh, another good crack. I've never heard of Dragon's Den. Shark Tank is for sure American. It's Canadian. I had to double check. Okay, nice, nice. It's a show where people try to sell their ideas to rich people. They're like, for like partial ownership. So like, the company that I use for banking, or not banking, but saving and investing, I heard of on Dragon's Den. It's called Mocha. It was called Milo at the time. But yeah. And I saw something for like a shovel that had like a hole at the top, so you would scoop it and it would come out the top. So you never had to like move it. It was just like one continuous shoveling motion, which was really cool. I don't think it got funded though. Oh, a guy came up with an idea of putting LED ribbon lights inside of fluorescent bulbs, because the gas that's in fluorescent bulbs is toxic, and they don't last long, whereas LEDs last like for millions of years. That's not true, but they have a good 10 to 100 times lifespan of like an incandescent, which already has a 10 to 100 times lifespan of a fluorescent tube. That's different. But anyway, I'm packed. Enough light nerding. I really like Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, and I really fuck with lights. I think lighting is really cool and really interesting. One's in chat if you're bowling right now. Two's in chat if you bowled earlier. Curious. I just want to see something. Three's in chat if you're doing both. Aaron, I'm trying to see a 3. Shout out the stoners. 1 and 2, 3. Let's go. I just took a shot. Ooh, shot of what? I wanted to drink, and that's how I realized I hadn't eaten. I was like, you know what, chat? My brain's no good. Let's just get drunk and watch, like, fucking video essays. And then I was like, wait. Have I eaten? I mean, we can still do it. We can still do it. I'm potentially off work tomorrow, so ooh. Where's my thing to blow out into? That hurt to hold in. Where is it? I don't want my room smelling like weed. And it's way too cold to open up the window. Okay, we'll have to make a new one later, I guess. For if you're sucking on Ricola's. Oh, baby! Okay, fun fact. Well, not so fun. Actually, sad fact. So, you guys know how I have, well, had a bit of a Ricola addiction. Because I talk a lot, and my throat gets sore a lot. And it's not actually medicine, you know? So anyway, because I'd have them so much, like I'd be crushing bags every couple of months. Like a bag of 45 probably every 2 months. The enamel on the back of my... It's not medicine? No. Cough drops are, like, very rarely medicated. It's something else. But anyway. Yeah, the enamel on my back teeth are, like, not really there. So my teeth are really sensitive. They're still white, thankfully, but my dentist advised me to not continue eating them. Cap eats them like they are candy. Yeah, pretty much. Did you hydrate? Did I miss it? I hydrated for Acers. I didn't hydrate this second one. Yeah, I didn't hydrate yours yet. I'm chewing a sandwich. Thank you, though. That's wild. It is wild. It's crazy. I didn't know it could do that. So just no to mouth moistures, huh? I think I just have to actually have it on my tongue or under my tongue as opposed to pushing it up in the top of my mouth between my gums and my cheek. Because that way I can still be enjoying the flavor and it can still be like making my throat feel better. But it's not in the way like of my tongue so I can still talk. And that's really where the issue lies. I think if you don't have a bad habit like that, you should be okay. But I even do that with gum. So you just want candy? No, I want the throat relief. Because I just do so much talking, chat. Like, so much of it. And on, like, various tones. Like, my voice versus... Like, my voice on stream versus my voice on audios versus, like, my voice in, like, Discord. Stop talking. That's a good idea. Wait a second. I didn't think about that. You're... I did hit a button. Okay. Anyway. How's it going, guys? How's it going? What happened? You didn't hear all the good things I had to say? I was giving out this mute thing a shot. Peace at last, I'm screaming. No, go back, it was peaceful? Hey. So anyway, chat, that was really nice. That might have to be like a regular thing. I was I was really liking it. Let me shot with Ace. What are you guys drinking? Do a little jig for us? Like a dance? What did I miss, y'all? No one knows. I finished my Tito's. Oh, so you're fireballing. Not yikes. Not dang it. Bad friends. Dance it, faux me. Dance it, faux me. I'm taking a shot in spirit. I don't think I can cross tonight. Cross? Oh, crossfade. I got you. You're already baked. Without me, tragic. Wait, Mossy, do you still have yours? I thought you finished yours too. I got 99 Apple, Asian, and Mad Dog. Is Mad Dog... Mad Dog sounds like it's gotta be rum or whiskey. Actually, it sounds whiskey-ish. Because it sounds like manly. You know? And men love whiskey. Kate, you deserve better than Tito's. On God. I think all of you deserve better than Tito's, but that price tag, bro, that should be nice. That shit is nice to look at. I'm gonna be honest. Chat, we should all move on to Stoli's. It's cheaper than Tito's and it tastes better. Like, only this much, though? Like, not very... not much better. But it does taste better and it's less money. Never had it? All the more reason to try it. I saw it because of that one guy who does the things. He does, like, the vodka in jars with stuff, and then he's like, I put blah, 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 and just till something grody happens, or whatever. I don't remember his name. But, before he had his own vodka, he was always using that, and I was like, yo, that shit look kind of nice. So I bought it, and I was like, it's not bad. The tipsy bartender? I want to say his name's, like, Ryan. I don't know. He's got a vodka of his own now. He just, like, the whole bit is just putting it in a jar with something. Someone used to drop them when we used to watch TikToks together all the time. Tito's fucks me up so good. I mean, I think any alcohol does that, no? I like the how to drink guy. I don't know that guy. Dolka Ryan, I think? That feels right. A vodka named Ryan? No, the guy's name was Ryan. He just has the... come on. He my fave... Is he Canadian? Or the how to drink guy? That guy's Canadian. Let me Google Ryan Dolka. Ryan Dolka. Oh, Doka Ryan. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. This is the guy. It's him. It's this guy. I didn't know he had, like, whole videos. I've only seen the shorts.
I'm leaving dessert Skittles in Malibu for a week. Or until something interesting happens.
Yeah,
Could
that guy.
These Skittles be the best Malibu infusion of all time? These Skittles are whack. These flavors are weird.
I didn't read them. I feel like this has to be good. Malibu's already pretty tasty on its own.
And now, we wait.
He has his own?
A week and the infusion
Yeah.
is complete. Yeah!
Okay, well, it's probably delicious. I'm gonna scroll until I see it.
I'm leaving.
Let me start your music again.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving Bean.
This is actually hurting my eyes.
This. This.
Does he not? Somebody in chat told me, and chat's never wrong.
I'm leaving orange TikTok.
And I remember it being like a dark blue, and maybe his face was on it. Okay.
Green Swedish fish.
Okay. I'm gonna just scroll with them in a... Actually, I'll just Google it. Doka, Ryan... Whiskey? Was it not vodka? These are just clothes. Maybe images? Oh, yeah! Wait, why is it fucking, like, blurry? Hello? Refresh? Chat, am I, like, lagging? Do I look like shit right now? Okay, well, whatever. For whatever reason, it's like not... I'll put myself here. It's not focusing as much as I'd like it to. It's like kind of blurry, you know? But Vodoka vodka? This is what I said, like dark blue, and maybe his face was on it. I knew I had some, like, there's some shit in there. I knew there was some shit in there. My brain's full of shit. Let me close this.
I'm leaving Whoppers chocolate.
You're not.
I'm leaving
No, you're not doing that. I can close this. Keep this open. Here. I love the good emote. It makes me so happy. Only positivity here, chat. Y'all ate with the song choices. Octopus tentacle with vodka. Kraken? Or did you... Did someone say that? Chad, are we drinking tonight? Let's do a poll. Mods, can you run a poll for me, please? And just, like, you know, get drunk or not. Oh, I never finished my sandwich. God. Give me a sec. Okay, thanks, buddy. I'm gonna stand up and eat this. Fabulous! Song's kinda pog. He was putting vodka in a jar, and there was a tentacle in. Oh, damn! I wasn't processing any of that, because I was just looking at the bottles. Frick, this, like, sandwich is so dry. What kind of sandwich you eating? It's just bread and cheese. It's not really a sandwich. It was just to have something because I realized I hadn't eaten. No sauce? Nope. Nope. Consider it like wet cheese and crackers. But it's not wet. So grilled cheese or not grilled? Yeah, not grilled cheese. It's just a cheese. You know? Wet cheese? No, wet crackers and cheese. Because, like, bread I feel like is wetter than crackers. You know what I mean? Like, texture-wise, it's like more like a fluffy damp kind of, like, feeling. Is that just me? I mean, I guess bread's kind of mad dry, to be honest. Words are hard. Chick-fil-A sauce? I don't know if we have Chick-fil-A here. Do we have Chick-fil-A? Enjoy your brain cap? Thank you. Explaining stuff is difficult, you know? When there's not, like, a specific word for it. Or maybe there is. I just don't know it. I lobe sauce. I lobe it. You have a good little mix. You guys ever stir up your water just for shits? Yeah, but the off-brand Stanley we love to see. You know, that's actually why I bought this. I watched a documentary on the Stanley Cups, and I was like, what? This was I never even noticed anybody with these. Because I guess it was more of a TikTok thing. And, like, well, not all TikTok stuff come to Canada, I feel like. So I feel like I never saw anybody, but I was like, yo, that's kind of a convenient shape. Let me get it in the brand that I like. Simple Modern. No lead poisoning for you. Yeah, I heard about that too. They were like, yeah, that's how it survived all of the shit, bro. That's how it survived, because of the lead. And then people just junked them. I love this version. Thank you. Oh, the song. Alright. Anyway. Let me just dust off my hands. Let me move my... Actually, let me have another sip. Sorry? I thought you were talking about my cup. I was like, yeah, I think it's sick, right? It's cool. I was getting excited, you know? Oh yeah, chat. Poll is up. Only one no. 2 no's. Listen, I'm cool either way. I don't know what we'll do if we don't drink, though. We'll watch Ramsey eventually. I don't think right away, because that's too many episodes of Ramsey. And then I'm literally just ripping off Ramsey. Yo, a decent amount of no's. I'm surprised. Chat, I'm proud of you guys for, like, overcoming your alcoholism. Because, you know, sometimes I wonder about us. Sometimes I wonder about it, because it's many days. No judgment. I'm kidding. I only drink with you guys, to be honest. Or, if I have a friend come over. It's Wednesday, I get it. Yeah, it is like the middle of the week. It's like a random ass day. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do Fireball. Yeah, Fireball like has no repercussions. Ooh, or sake. Sake's even easier. Nah, I'm gonna do Fireball. What movie is this? Why is that guy such a jerk? I ended up doing the sake. Grab Fireball? Oh! I'll do Fireball too? Alright. I'll go get it. Damn! Excuse me. I was hoping I could finish this bottle and get out my cabinet. I was fast. I literally only see like 3 new messages. 2! Do I not have paper towel here anymore? We taking shot? Yeah, I'm down to take a shot right now. A collective shot. There you go. Yeah, no pressure to join if you don't want to. But if you do and you don't drink, you can drink water. Have a shot of water. Have a shot of juice. Whatever you feel like. Ugh. Is everybody poured? I'll take a shot of tea. Yeah, take a shot of tea. That's cute. I'll have another bowl with your shots. Let's go, Moth. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay, one's in chat when you're ready. I'll just like, when there's like a decent amount of ones, we'll just fucking go. Oh, this song is actually sick. This is a really good song. Is this Rent too? No. The Mustafa Lees. Is this Cats? What is this? Is it Cats? Okay, yeah, that's a decent amount of ones. Let's go. I gotta make a drink. Okay, we'll wait for Maven. Let's wait for Maven. I got something on my teeth anyway. Okay. Yeah, Cats. No, go ahead. I'll make mine. Ugh, okay. All right. I'm down. I'm counting us in. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Mr. Mustafa Lees. Whew. Oh, you said, oh my god, freaking wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I saw you had a 1 earlier. No, you didn't. You said wait. Oh, you said yar and then nar. Oh, I didn't know. I thought the N-A-U-E was just like a keyboard smash. I literally didn't process it as no. I'm sorry, buddy. Listen, there'll be more shots, and I'm down to have them with you guys as we go on. But I don't want to have 2 back-to-back. I thought about it. A cat so clever as magical Mr. Mustafa Lees. I'm looking. Oh wait, I had a playlist for this. Okay, let me do a quick scroll. I found a playlist, and I'm just gonna pull up some ones that I think are maybe interesting. Ooh, the constructed narrative of Kitchen Nightmares. We have to watch that. That's the one. We have to start with that, and then maybe you guys can drop ideas. I'll look at it in the playlist thing and just pick one that I think is interesting. Or one that I think that everyone would like. You guys cool with that? I've never seen Cats. I feel like it's one I should have, though. It's good. I'm trying to sit with my feet together in a butterfly so I can stretch but also not get out of my chair. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Yeah, we watched Cats in the Server. We've seen Cats in the Server, In the Heights. I want to say, have we seen Hairspray? You're not missing out? No, the songs are great. It's a silly movie about human cats, but like, the songs are great. Oh, and it's really fun. Can you add Jungle Book? Oh yeah, we watched. I'm not saying these. Yeah, we watched Jungle Book, didn't we? Add a song. No, I want this playlist to be done now. I'm already tired of it. They still got like 6 more, bro. I'm glad you guys are loving it, but I hate that they like are so vastly different. And I hate that there's so many that I don't know. You know? I feel like musical songs are good when you know what it's from, so you can like have the narrative around it. But there's so many of these I haven't seen. And I keep asking, and then you guys fucking don't answer me! Not you hating. So you hate that you're missing out? Yeah, exactly. That's literally it. That's it. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And I'm sad. Let it be done so I can play my thing. I haven't skipped even one song tonight, chat. And you guys know I skip shit when I don't like it. You know I do that. How does it feel? It's sad. I'm sad. Shoes on the other foot. What do you mean? When do I leave you guys out? When do I leave you guys out? What are you talking about? I literally only watch movies for the first time with you guys. That's what Friday movies are. All of us watching movies for the first time together. That's why I don't stream like anything I've already seen before. Because I want like that special moment where I could be like, I watched this with you guys. That's if anything, that's as nice as can be. I couldn't be more inclusive. Wait, is my face getting squishy in here? Oh no, it's just hair. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we start with that, and then I'll let you guys drop your ideas, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna... Where is it? Pause. Or should I wait until the songs are done? Because we can't play the songs and watch the video. How many more are there? 5, 6, 10, 14 plus... There's about 15 minutes left of musicals. Counting the song that's playing. One's in chat if we play the 15 minutes. Just talking shit. 2 if we watch the video. Like, we could always play this playlist after. Stream's long. Cool. Like, see, all this stuff that's happening, this is such theatrical music that it's not, like, meant to be, like, oh, I love what's going on. It's about, like, the music showing you what's happening or, like, adding to the visuals. I can tell that there's movement. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know who these guys are. I hear them going, ah, what the fuck is that? Who are they hawing about? I'm gonna assume mine already played because I can't hear anything. Is it quiet for you? Stop yelling. I'm passionate. Here. I'll yell as much as I fucking want to. I'll turn it down really low so you guys aren't upset about it. But like, what? I'm supposed to just not be excited? Yeah, you know what? Actually, guys, I don't really care all that much. I think like I'm just, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm just like not that excited about it. You know, like it's just these songs are okay, I guess. I just don't really care. But no, I want to be excited. I want enthusiasm. I'm enthusiastic. Anyway. Who are you talking to? No one directly? Everybody? Collectively? Reason too sassy, screaming. I'm just doing light chat. Oh, Whisk is in give everybody bingo mode. Sick. Bench for all? What? Bunch of all. Bingo, ungo. Kate, you drunk already, buddy? That was pretty fast. Proud of you. Congrats on your bingos, brothers. Let me see if I could scoop a bingo. Bum, 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 bum. I can't. That's crazy. There's a lot of buttons I can click, but none of them lead to a bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 things. Crazy. Unlucky. My shot was a little too big. Kate, how many shots you have? 2. I had like W2 shots. I'm not sure. Something like Orf Effie. I knew the song sounded familiar. I love Wiz. Is this from The Wiz? It's been I think I've only seen The Wiz like twice. It's kind of a bummer. Cap keeps streaming. I am. I'm making sure I don't move too much so I don't get too loud. I know you guys hate when I yell. So I gotta keep the energy low so that I don't get too vocal and hurt your earsy wearsy. Hey, I got the bingo! Oh, sorry, it's too hard. It's too hard. I'm too excitable. Okay, I can close this window. Still like 13 more minutes. This is pretty. I like that. I can't see chat this far. Rip my chair. I'm Sonic. Yay, everyone is a winner. They won. Acer, I love you. Thank you for the bingo. Congrats on your bingos. Listen, everyone's ass is blind, alright? It's not anything special. Nobody's shit. I fucked it up. I fucked up the bit. Were you trying to say BSP or Cap? It really could be either. Hey guys, have you ever noticed how close BSP and Cap are on the keyboard? Actually mad close. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Good stretch. Yeah, I'll have a shot. I'll have another shot. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna get sleepy. Why did I fry my brain today, chat? Why did I do that? I should have just stayed up longer yesterday. I would have had to stay up... Yeah, like an extra 4 hours. And then I could have just slept all day. And then my brain would have been fresh. Ugh, so dumb. So dumb. By the way, Cap, are you still playing a bit of Pokemon tonight? Yeah, if I don't get too drunk, like where I need to sleep after stream, then yeah, I'm definitely down to play Pokemon after. Though, I'm playing comp. I'm gonna play comp, because I don't want to just fucking lose. I know I'm gonna get upset if I'm drunk and I'm losing. So, get your ranks up. Cheers. Oh wait, are you guys poured? Are you poured? I'm waiting. I stopped. Oh. Ooh. I think I just spent so much day in the chair. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, those are some good cracks. I feel like a brand new man already. I wonder if I should move Zorro up. Wait, put him over here maybe. See what it looks like. My fingers are so big. How does that look? Oh, is that almost better? Cap shot take. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Cheers, brothers. Whew. Honestly, I think Fireball is like the best shot. It's like, it's so smooth. It like gets your chest hot, but all alcohols do that. This one's like a different one. It's just because it's cinnamon, not because it's alcohol. Kate, are you playing in this state? That's a good point. That's a good point. It's a very easy game, though, to be fair. Though I was watching some YouTube videos on, like, how to play, and they were saying, like, pretty much if you win the Rayquaza, you're gonna win the game, because Rayquaza's worth so much. They were also saying, don't destroy the first circle right away. They were saying, like, leave a couple in, so that late game, when things are worth double, you don't have to go super far to drop, like, a big 50 and get double points for it. And I was like, that's interesting. They said, obviously, if you're stomping the team, then just, like, continue stomping them. But that was really, like, it was an interesting nuance of the game that I hadn't thought of, but makes infinite sense. Because you don't need to, like, drop 800 at the beginning. But, like, if you can, why not, you know? It'll probably be more evident later when the games get harder. Congrats on your bingos too, guys. So many bingos. Proud of you guys. What the heck? Can I comment? If you don't want me to play, I can be captain. Nobody said you can't play, buddy. You're just saying you're drunk is all. Yeah, you're chilling, pal. You're chilling. Is this the last song? No, there's one more after this. Wait, why didn't we have the... There's a different song in this movie. The one about the shaved ice. Why didn't you have that song? That song's fucking sick as hell. Paragua! Paragua! Yeah, that song's flame. Disappointed, chat. Disappointing. Obviously the best song in the whole movie. Something about Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah, we're gonna watch that one. It's 30 minutes. The constructed narrative of Kitchen Nightmares. I think it's really worth watching because we always talk about how, like, we know this shit is, like, written. How many things are written. A lore video? There'll probably be a bit of lore. I don't really know. I haven't seen it. I just found a playlist that said niche video essays, and there were over 100. And I was like, I'll just scroll through this at some point and, like, watch them on stream. So, yeah. Chat, you guys... Listen, I'm parasocial enough, but I think you guys would actually be surprised how many things I save to do with you guys. Even, like, watching stuff in my own time, I'm like, oh, chat might like this. I'll save this for a potential Friday. It's crazy. It's crazy. I even waited to watch Last Airbender for like a week because I was like, should I stream this? And then I ended up watching an episode or something. Because I kept seeing, like, reviews popping up, and I'm like, oh no, I can't click on them. I don't want, like, anyone's opinion to come in before mine. So I ended up watching a bit of it. And, yeah, I formulated my opinion and haven't finished it yet. I would have watched it with you, buddy. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think people would have been interested, and that's why I would have, like, saved it, but I want to, like, try and work around people's schedules, which becomes really hard for shows. It's a little bit easier for movies because it's, like, a smaller time slot. But you're so sweet, Cap. Thanks. It's very endearing. I'm glad you think so. I just like spending time with you guys. You guys are my pals. Oh, this is the last song. Okay. Not, like, rushing it to get done. I know you guys are really fucking with it, and that makes me happy. I just, like, I want to play the video. What song is this? It sounds vaguely familiar. Come From Away. I don't think I've seen this. No, I haven't. Oops, what did I click? Sopming? Wait, ooping. Oh, just oop. Oh, simping! Oh, listen, letters are hard. I get it. This Irish whiskey asking me feel like the main character right now? You are the main character. Chat, how many of you guys have heard of simulation theory? One's in chat if you've heard of simulation theory. Excuse me. A little bit? Every now and then, that shit kinda, it be making sense to me. What's that? It's like the Matrix. It's the idea of, like, that we're all in a simulation and, like, we're sleeping and, like, hooked up and, like, no, but we have control over our sim, kind of. Like, it's all in our head in simulation theory. But that's the thing. It's like everything is like, it's 100% your experience and everybody else is like an NPC. And sometimes when I see the decisions that people make and the things that people say, I'm like, there's no way you're a real person. Like, you have to be a bot. I don't know how 1 + 1 can ever equal 515. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Like, maybe, sure, if you're a kid, you might think 1 + 1 = 3. But there's no way you think it equals, like, several numbers. Maybe even 11. I'd pass an 11. 1 + 1 = 11? Sure. I get it. Like, line plus line equals 2 lines. Fine. I'm okay with it. But it'll never equal, like, 567. You know what I'm saying? This is just, like, it just doesn't make sense. And people say some shit that, like, seems like that's how their brains work. And I'm like, that can't be true. And then I'm like, simulation. Maybe I am in a simulation. And I'm gonna be honest, chat. Sometimes I'm so lucky in ways that I'm like, how did this foreshadow into this? Like, I've never had a negative shroom trip, and the first shroom trip led me to, like, this career, and I've never been happier. The whole taxes situation that I talked about last stream, I was thinking about it later, and I was like, the fact that that turned into savings, like a lump sum of savings, is crazy, as opposed to, like, incarceration. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like, is this real life, or is it stacked in my favor? And then I think about the shitty things that have happened. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no fucking way. This is real. Oh, also, money is literal paper. We could all be rich. Facts. Facts. No, same. I have screwed sense of how I view myself, to be honest. You're the main character. Never forget it, chat. All of you guys are the main character, and I'm proud of you. Oh, the playlist is playing over. Let me take it off of that. Okay, I'm going to play this, but before I do that, I want to quickly look at my notifications, because I don't think Nova, thank you for gifting to... Okay, so lovers, what's the name? It's not junk? What is it? Did you say it earlier? I definitely didn't read it. I'm scrolling up. Hi, I crochet. No, okay, it's not junk? But what is it? What do I call you? It's JNK, but my name is Isabella. Okay, right. Are you cool with that? I just don't always want to, like, say people's name in Discord on stream first, you know? And I didn't see if anybody else had said that or not. Okay, let me switch to here. Boop. Boop.
Get access to my streaming video service Nebula when you sign up for Curiosity Stream using the
I'm
link
gonna
in the
allow
description.
this.
The 2000s brought about
It was
what many
brief.
have called the golden age of television. The creation and subsequent popularity of dramas such as The Sopranos and Oz led to a variety of follow-ups, each with their own levels of acclaim. Works like Breaking Bad, Mad Men, True Detective, early Game of Thrones, The Leftovers, according to that one friend of yours that actually watched The Leftovers and really, really wants you to watch it too. Going beyond dramas, comedies like Arrested Development, Community, and BoJack Horseman garnered a lot of critical recognition and strong cult fan bases. This
Yep,
golden age has
all
arguably
great.
persisted and benefited from the rise of streaming services, as there's now a plethora of unique and interesting content that
Are y'all hot,
previously
cuz?
thought was hateable from the television landscape, telling stories you never thought would be told. The
Screaming.
past 2 decades or so have been a gradual shift from television content being seen as just something you throw on while eating dinner to an actual serious work of art. It really does feel like we've gone from TV dinners to a fine dining experience. But, like, you know, sometimes I don't want a fine dining experience.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
I just want to eat potato chips. And ironically enough, there's no show that better encapsulates the potato chip experience than Kitchen Nightmares. Originally debuted in
Okay,
the UK in
cap,
2004, with its angrier and dumber
sec,
American version
cap.
debuting
What do you
in
want, buddy?
2007,
What's
Kitchen
up?
Nightmares has an extremely simple premise. Each episode, expert chef Gordon Ramsay visits a failing restaurant, tries to diagnose what the problem is, and then does what he can to fix it and leave it successful. He achieves this through a lot of yelling and
You're a good
of
streamer.
It's formulaic and predictable, and it's, you know, it's a reality show, and
I'm having
and I
so much
adore it.
fun. Thanks, buddy. That means a lot. I'm
I
glad.
feel like everyone has that one reality show that they like despite knowing better, and Kitchen Nightmares is mine. I don't
Chat,
even...
would you consider watching Kitchen Nightmares eating potato chips? Is that like an accurate description to the experience? Because at first I felt offended, but like I'm warming up to it and kind of agreeing.
qualifies as a guilty pleasure or just
No?
a pleasure. It really is a potato chip. I eat it knowing I'm not
I just
getting
feel like
any
it's like,
nutrients, but
yeah,
sometimes
whatever.
I just want a bit of salt and something to keep
No?
snacking on without having
Okay.
to worry about things.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And
Maybe it's just me.
God damn it, 2021 has kicked my ass.
It's like
and
saying
I-
it's a
I
popcorn
just really
movie.
need some fucking potato chips. As a cooking or food-related program, Kitchen Nightmares is sort of bad.
Okay.
Like, granted, I'm a
Okay,
complete
fair
idiot,
enough,
I have
fair
no idea
enough.
what
I
food
guess if you say it
so
like
a lot
that,
of it flies
then
right over my head. And
it
some
doesn't
things
sound
that
as
might feel
nice.
simple, like don't put cooked food next to
I was
raw food
thinking
in
of
the
it
fridge,
as like
and I guess don't.
I was thinking of it as the potato chip, you know? And I'm like, I actually really enjoy chips. Like, I think it's a really underrated snack. And I was thinking of it almost as like, have you guys ever heard of the the king with 3 daughters? And he like tells them to give him gifts to show them how much they love him. One gets him like gold, silver, and then the last one gets him salt. And he's like, you don't love me, I'm banishing you. And then like later down the line, he like meets a king, or he's eating dinner. The wise men's daughters. Yeah, something like that. Later down the line, he's having dinner with his daughter in the future, but he doesn't know it's her. And she knows that it's him, and she's like, okay, all the food, hold the salt. No salt in any of the food. And while he's eating, he gets pissed because he's a king, so he's like belligerent. Stands up and he's like, yo, why the fuck this food tastes like ass? Like, what the hell is that about? There ain't no salt on none of this. And then he realizes, holy shit, food without salt is bad. Life with bad food is ass. I don't need gold. I need good ass food. She loved the hell out of me. You guys ever hear that story? Anyway.
Use canned oil.
That's
spray
why I
on
was
steak.
thinking of it
Felt
as like the
Grand Relations when I
potato
started
chip.
watching. But I think in general, this show, despite effectively
I
being
love
about
salt.
food and restaurant business, isn't really going to teach you much. It doesn't really go into a lot of the
That was
science
so
behind preparing
moving.
a meal, what differentiates a good or bad dish, or the management required for running a business. This is especially true of the dumber, angrier American version, which is the one I primarily watch, even though I know all the comments are going to tell me the UK one is better. But rather than approach it from the point of view
Yeah,
of
we
a
watched the
food-related
American one
show,
too, it's
I
fine.
prefer to look at Kitchen Nightmares as a great example of storytelling structure. And that might sound a bit strange at first, because reality television isn't necessarily known for telling exceptionally great stories or even telling stories
True.
at all. But by breaking down a basic Kitchen Nightmares
True-ish.
episode, you can get a clear-cut and easy-to-understand demonstration of how a basic narrative is formed. A lot of reality network
There's
TV
a
is like
UK
this,
one.
really.
Oh yeah.
Any show that is made primarily for people to stumble upon and watch any episode of at random needs to follow a lot of basic storytelling conventions in order for people to feel fulfilled by what they just watched. So because of that, every episode and occasional two-part
Yeah, you have to
episode
have
of
like
Kitchen
some kind of
Nightmares needs
positive
to
ending.
feel as if it has a proper beginning, middle, and end. So how exactly does the show do that? Well, first let's start by breaking down the 3-act structure.
Is the first act
Okay, so
slicing
before I
bread?
get too far into this,
I'm
I just
confused.
want to say that at this point I've taken about
Thank God for
a
subtitles.
dozen or
Yeah,
so
she's
assorted
speaking
writing
quick.
classes, and I think all of them had slight variations on the 3-act structure. Little differences here and there regarding what terms mean what goes where, things like that. I'm going to go with the one that I like
Let me just-
best, that
okay.
I learned in my favorite screenwriting
I often
class.
watch things at
Side note,
1.25,
my screenwriting
so I was
teacher
worried
actually
that I
found my
might have
YouTube
had that
channel,
on.
and I don't know if he still watches it, but if he does, hi Thomas. But anyway, I figured I'd address the potential discrepancies now in case someone notices something different in what I'm saying versus what they've been taught. With that in mind, so as you may or may not know, the 3-act structure is called such because it divides a basic story into 3 acts.
It said, "My
know,
good
mind blown.
bitch."
I'm
That's
going to use this nice little
crazy.
chart to demonstrate the structure because I feel like it's a good visual. So each episode of Kitchen Nightmares starts by establishing our status quo. This is where we learn who our primary
Jesus
characters
Christ.
are, what their day-to-day life is like, and what is their goal. This is a very, very important thing to establish because you want your audience
Yes.
to have a clear understanding of what exactly is going on and what looks like normalcy in this scenario. So,
Agreed.
much like the beginning of Star Wars exploring exactly what the galaxy is like and who Luke Skywalker is as a person, Kitchen Nightmares needs to start off by establishing what this restaurant is like and who are the people running it. Generally, this is done by having talking head segments of the owners, chefs, and other employees going over what the restaurant is like.
What are you gonna
and
have
why
for
it's
your
not
girl
doing
dinner,
well,
bun?
interspersed with footage of the restaurant operating, and usually some kind of interpersonal
What is this
argument
about?
among staff members or disappointed customers
so
or something going
confused.
wrong with one of the dishes.
This is about the formula. So in film talk, this is the generic expectations of Kitchen Nightmares. So like the things that are gonna happen in every single episode of Kitchen Nightmares and how it's very much not reality TV. It's like it's formulaic and set up. And she's explaining the first act, which is getting to know the characters so that you know who they are and like feel a way about them so that you're emotionally attached and invested throughout the rest of the show. I assume
In one
that's where
case,
she's
it's
going.
Just the fact that they make food from Denmark, which fair. I mean, fuck Denmark. Once you've established your status
Okay.
quo, it's time to break it. Which I mean, when you get down to it, is the point of Kitchen Nightmares. This leads us to our inciting incident. This is the
Okay.
thing that essentially disrupts the normal life of our protagonist and basically what kicks off the story.
This is Gordon instigating. This is him going into the fridge unprompted, bringing out some raw ass food onto the floor, not to the like owners or anything, going to the customers being like, "Hey, by the way, you're eating some old ass fish, just so you know." And then like, you know what I mean?
In this case, the inciting incident of every episode of Kitchen Nightmares is pretty simple. It's just the act of Gordon agreeing to cover the business on the show in the first place and then visiting the restaurant. Once Gordon is there, the owners of the restaurant usually give him a tour around the place and then they have him sample a bunch of the foods. This is by far the
True.
most popular segment of the show because this is where you get a lot of the best reactions from Ramsey and where you can usually expect some kind of what the fuck thing going on. Like this really greasy pizza with absurdly thick dough, this grilled lettuce salad, or
I would eat that pizza. That
this
pizza's like
restaurant in New
good.
Orleans that serves frozen shrimp. Like, come on, dude, you're in fucking Monterey. You can walk 5 steps and find a market selling fresh shrimp. And
Wait,
there are,
we
like,
saw this
a
app.
million fucking seafood places on Veterans Boulevard alone, and I guarantee you a fair bit of them have fresh ingredients. Like, you have too much competition to use frozen goods and look bad in comparison to Don's fucking seafood. Anyway, this is where we end the first act with plot point 1. Plot point 1 means that the goal has been
Okay.
established and, in turn, accepted. In this
Chipotle
case, now that
makes my
Gordon
tummy
has an idea
hurt.
of what the
Aw.
place is like and has sampled the dishes, he's committing to fixing the restaurant, which is our goal, and that goal is being accepted by our protagonist, in this case, the restaurant owners. Now we're on to Act 2, what could be considered the confrontation act. This is where we get to Gordon observing the restaurant during dinner service. This is where we get to see more in depth how everyone performs in action, with additional
Right.
commentary from Ramsey highlighting what exactly everyone is doing wrong. In the 3-act
Sure.
structure, this would most likely be the midpoint. This is where we as the audience get new information regarding how the restaurant operates, and where we see Ramsey make progress on his goal of trying to help them. Though, admittedly, this progress is generally him noticing how bad they're fucking up. As the midpoint, though, it is also where the story shifts, because after this point, Ramsey will go from passive observer to active participant and assistant. This is where Gordon is going to start proposing his changes.
This is when he pulls out the raw food.
All of this will lead to plot point 2, which is where things seem to be at their lowest point. It's a whole thing where at the end of Act 2, you want to show a serious struggle.
In class. I'm supposed to be taking some sort of quiz.
Of all the stages
You're she is
episode, this is the one that is.
She's speaking very quick, and she is just like going like rapid fire, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Maybe it's because I like went to school for film and it doesn't feel like too much, but I definitely understand how it's a lot. I'll try and break it down at the end. I'll be the note taker.
Depending on the episode. Sometimes this could be a chef or important staff member leaving.
I'm not
Sometimes
this
could be the owner being stubborn and refusing to adapt to any of the new changes. Sometimes it's just like a fire. It's really
There's also not enough emotion in her voice. Emotion is very important.
This sad, depressing moment is what's going to lead us into Act 3, where ideally everything is going to wrap up. This is where we get to the climax. Climax as a word means a lot of things, and I don't just mean that way, but rather climax is a word I've seen a lot of debate over regarding what exactly it means to plot and where exactly it fits in the 3-act chart. Personally, I like to look at it like this. The climax occurs in Act 3, and it's the true moment of truth. Not necessarily the most intense moment per se, but the one where the challenge will determine whether or not the protagonists are going to achieve their goal. So Act 3 in a Kitchen Nightmares episode would generally involve Ramsey still working hard to turn the restaurant around and actually seeming to do so. This is where most of the substantial changes happen, whether that's completely renovating the interior of the restaurant, or changing the menu, or convincing the owner to stop being an asshole. The climax of this would be the grand reopening of the restaurant. This is where we see whether or not the changes amounted to any benefit, and whether or not the restaurant has improved and is capable of being competently run. And in most Kitchen Nightmares episodes, the answer is yes. They might run into a hitch here and there, but generally the end result is a successful night that gives positive vibes going forward. So then we have the resolution.
And then they close off screen.
Climax,
I'm screaming.
Since the episode was filmed, and then it's done. Congratulations, we just finished a whole 3-act narrative. And it's super cool.
Inciting incident, midpoint, climax. Okay.
Cool, right? It's really interesting how every Kitchen Nightmares episode is like this, that they're able to help out restaurants
that
while
is
also somehow
fact.
fitting into such a conventional, accepted narrative structure. How exactly do they do that? So at this point, it's basically common rhetoric that all reality TV is scripted, right? I mean, in a lot of cases, it seems like if you ever bring up enjoying or even just knowing about a certain reality TV show, there's always some personified Redditor waiting around the corner to tell you about how fake they all are and how they're all scripted and staged. And like, yeah, that is true. A lot of reality
That's what we
TV
like
is
about
like
it.
that. Though I feel like there's a general misunderstanding regarding what staged and scripted actually mean. Because I think when people hear scripted, their mind immediately goes to the most obvious interpretation of the word. Reality TV is composed by writers talking to actors and handing out lines of dialogue. And like, maybe this happens in some productions. Like, there's that really infamous Storage Wars line that was very clearly being fed to this guy.
Derrida. What the is this? Watch your profanity. Right, I'm sorry.
But generally, scripting is a lot more
Oh,
subtle than that.
shit.
Like, the amount of effort that it would take
That
to
shit-
stage
that's
a
iconic.
kitchen and find actors under the radar and deliver them
That's
lines to make
iconic.
it look like something is wrong would be way more than just finding a restaurant that's struggling and finding ways to work with it for your desired results. I can't say exactly how Kitchen Nightmares scripts or stages it shows. The fact of the matter
Storage
is that
Wars
people
do
who know
be
that aren't going
fun.
to say, either because it's in their
I'd
best
be
interest
eating
not
that
to
shit
as a
up.
creative
It's like,
behind
yo,
the
you
show,
can sell that?
or they're just not allowed to.
You can
because
sell
of
up.
NDAs or
Let me
whatever.
go look at
There
my
have been various
toys.
reports from people over the years through various mediums, reports that I will say to take with a grain of salt because I cannot confirm it, so this is all alleged. I am not claiming to know any truth behind the production of Kitchen Nightmares. Please, for the love of God, do not send me legal threats, Gordon Ramsay. From what I can tell, the common consensus
that's a shot
is that
screen.
they don't really stage
I'm pouring one.
anything. An AMA from a production assistant on the show includes the quote, obviously they have a schedule and idea of what's going to happen, but the show makes itself. They don't make the restaurant shitty on purpose. They don't
agree.
fabricate situations to be more dramatic, etc. The most
Gordon
they do is
does
selective
that.
editing and post-production, but no, nothing is faked or staged live. Another
I don't know if I fully agree with this. They don't... There's no way Gordon doesn't incite drama by instigating things that don't need to be instigated in that fashion.
Nothing is faked or staged live.
It's
Another
for
Reddit
good
user
TV.
who
It
attended
is
the
staged.
before taping of the
You're
Oceana
lying.
episode, who also provided a signed receipt from the night as proof, said that from their experience, very little seemed staged. The crew set up cameras on the ceiling, and the only thing they asked of the customers was that if they had to send any food back, They let the producers know so they could get footage of it. And in my opinion, that's less of a staging thing, and more like you just want to make sure that you get footage of things happening, but you can't focus on every single
Okay,
customer,
fair
so
enough.
you need to
But
know.
then,
However, there is a
that's why their
2007
shit
interview
sounds
with a person
scripted?
who was on the show, which gives a different
Okay,
perspective.
I'm into that.
According to him, the show did employ a lot of manipulative tactics throughout the episode. For example, making it look like one of the employees walked out by using B-roll footage of a plumber's van leaving the scene and editing it to make it seem like it's him. Another thing this person said they did was deliberately overbook the dining room.
That
for
seems
the
like they're
purpose of
doing
making
too much.
mistakes more dramatic. And perhaps the most wild of the accusations, apparently the show's producers hired a chef to work there while they were filming, and then they got footage of him dropping a chicken wing on the ground and then putting it into the fryer. And they're not the only person to make such claims. Back in 2007, a former manager at a restaurant called Dylan sued Ramsey for various offenses, including staging dramatic events and hiring actors. The lawsuit didn't go through because the contract for the show says that any legal action has to be settled by arbitration.
Wait. The idea of bringing moldy food in and planting actors is a fucking joke. The idea of bringing moldy food in and planting actors is a fucking joke. There's a man who got very scared and very embarrassed about lack of professionalism. For a man to waste lawyers' time and taxpayers' money to get upset about something you're the cause of. You're a meatball! Anyway, let's have a shot, chat. I needed to read what Gordon had to say about all this. I needed to know. She's saying things about chicken wings falling on the ground and being put back in the fryer being saged. That's crazy. That's a lot. Don't water. No, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do... Kate, I'm not where you are, I promise. Brink that Ewer. Yeah, I promise I'm okay, buddy. Don't worry. I'm big chilling. I'm big. That's so rushed. No, I'm not rushing. I promise, I'm okay. I'll be fine. I swear it. Chat, let's have a shot. Cheers. Okay. Wait, I muted it.
The lawsuit didn't go through because the contract for the show says that any legal action has to be settled by arbitration. Once again, I'd like to say that I don't know what all of this is true, and you should take it all with a grain of salt. The ones defending the show seem to be anonymous, and the ones against the show seem to primarily be from those on the show who are upset by how they were portrayed, which is fair, but without any definitive proof one way or the other, it's essentially impossible to make a determination. Once again, please do not send me a legal threat, Gordon Ramsay. If there's any consistency to make out from this, it is the basics that are true for any program, really. The events of what happened are going to be shaped and manipulated by the presence of producers, crew, cameras, and the final state of editing. This isn't necessarily a bad thing because, like I said, this is true for even the most pure cinema verite of productions. Even if your project aims to be as much of a fly-on-the-wall thing as possible, it still is going to be impacted by the fact that people won't perform in front of cameras the same way they would without them, and that even the nature of what is going to be focused on and what is going to make the final cut and how it's going to be shown are all going to tamper with the objective nature of what is going on. It is a process of subjective selection. So when it comes to Kitchen Nightmares, let's look at it this way. You might think that it seems implausible for all of these restaurants to be going through these sorts of hardships, to be this mismanaged, to have this much drama, but an important thing to remember is that you don't just end up on Kitchen Nightmares. Restaurants would submit their own application, then presumably the producers do a vetting process to see if that restaurant is worthwhile. They're not going to choose a restaurant suffering mild issues made by people who just seem boring and conventional. Of course not. You're going to gravitate towards what would make the most compelling narrative and make the more exciting episode. It's sort of like making fandom drama videos. You're not going to choose just any old internet discourse, but the worst and most extreme cases of it because that's what you can actually make a full video out of. And that's not shade, that's just the reality of how it works. People making content want to prioritize the content that's going to be interesting, and Kitchen Nightmares is first and foremost content. And if you're
this video is turning into something entirely different than what I was expecting.
You're going to do what you can to get that final result. That's not going to mean staging everything because you don't necessarily need to. If you want to portray how disgusted the customers are by the food, all you really need is to show footage of what the
when he comes back, I'll try
it and sending their dish back. And if you want to portray the food as better, all you need is one clip of someone complimenting the dish. And while I can't confirm whether or not the thing about them editing in the plumber's van to make it look like a chef left is true, the idea of stitching together separate shots or conversations or
I can see it in his eyes.
Is pretty standard in reality TV show editing. Sometimes it's not even done maliciously, but rather you just need B-roll to keep the scene going, so you cut to someone's reaction to something, even if it was from a completely different moment. There's also the intrinsic way stuff like this happens. Going back to what I said earlier about how the presence of cameras shape and alter the...
I was gonna say, I thought that this video was gonna be more framed around the idea that it is more scripted and not so much defending it in this way.
...reality of what's happening. Let's say you're an average Joe and you just found out that you're going to attend a taping of the show Kitchen Nightmares.
How could
the people
she do
who
my
attend
boy
such a thing
Ryan
probably
like
would be fans of the series
like
and know about
one of my favorite
Ryans. If you're aware
Ryans.
that your actions are being recorded and you're aware that you're there to, say, see how the food is like before Ramsay's changes, then just the fact that you're aware that you're on a show to suit a certain role is going to affect the way that you view the experience. It would be basically impossible for it not to. And this isn't even going into Ramsay's role in it. Once again, for a third time, I make no claims regarding what Ramsay does or does not do. But one of the things that's pretty common in reports is the idea that Ramsay is a lot more heated and aggressive on camera than he is in real life, which, makes sense. And that also comes with an effect on
this
how
is a
that
character.
everyone else. You don't necessarily need
that
to
character's a
script out
dick.
an argument to get someone to argue with you. But if someone starts yelling on camera about how bad you are or how bad your restaurant is or how bad your food is, then you're going to inevitably be baited into playing into a response. And much like how you act when you receive a Christmas gift, if he's showing you all of his renovations and things he's doing for you, there's going to be pressure to give a grateful response, regardless of any direct outside pushing from any of the crew members. Like, if someone completely redecorated my house for free and I was also having my reaction recorded on camera, I doubt that I would act upset there on film at that moment in time. And yeah, it's no surprise that there are people who have been on the show and later complained or reverted to improvements. Because if someone altered my house without my stay, I would probably make changes to it once they left. One of the main arguments used to prove that Kitchen Nightmares is fake, or at the very least isn't as helpful as it claims, is the large amounts of restaurants that have closed after being on the show. According to a 2018 article...
Chad, how many people do you think actually changed their restaurant back, or at least a little bit in terms of visuals?
By Mashed, as well
post renovation
update site.
Some renovations are worse.
77 restaurants featured are still open. That is a super huge number, and it's common for people to see it and say that Kitchen Nightmares as a show doesn't actually work. And to that I say,
15. Only 15. Two of them, oh.
Hey. Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Of course it doesn't. The reality of the situation is that Gordon Ramsay being there for a few days isn't going to magically fix anything wrong with the restaurants, the same way that going to the gym once isn't going to suddenly make you healthy. A lot of the businesses featured on the show
I would think definitely
complicated problems,
more than half.
You can't just flip a switch on. Heavy competition, and
I'd go somewhere in the 70
bad
area too.
Massive debt, bad PR, and even just the reality that a lot of the show was made in the recession era, which saw a lot of independent businesses close down and never reopen. The only way a show like this could be absolutely effective is if they revised it so that Ramsay stays there long term, like for an entire TV season, and sits down to work through all the issues slowly and make sure the chefs and owners are fully prepared and that they are doing good PR work and branding and fiscal management. And absolutely no one would watch that, and it is nowhere near as practical as Kitchen Nightmares' hit it and quit it model. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that no matter how staged
but a two-upper
is or
I think a two-upper would bang.
Its format is going to inevitably lead into this direction. There's so many factors at play here, even without any complex scripting or manipulation, that will inevitably alter the situation into a desired formula in order to create a basic structure. And once
or maybe a two-upper finale at the end of every.
But there was at least
at the end of every season they have a two-episode double piecer. We even watched a double piecer, but that one was kind of boring with the guy with the balding guy with his freaking fedoras, and his girlfriend who also just wore fedoras too, supposedly in solidarity. But anyway, I think it would be fun if at the end of the season they had one episode that's mostly normal, and then the second one focuses a ton on cooking, and then there's a very small business portion that's very, very small because people won't like that part. But a significant training on the cooking part would be, I think, entertaining. I would like that.
One moment where
Would you guys be into
broke
that?
Its own narrative, and it is perhaps the
Power
most famous moment of the series.
Do you guys remember that episode? The whole time we were just what's that hat?
So
and then we saw him bald when they were filming in his house.
Ramsay goes to a restaurant in Arizona called Amy's Baking Company, run by the eponymous Amy and her strange former Playboy husband, Sammy. The restaurant
Have you guys seen that
a lot of what
episode?
you usually expect. Stubborn owners, dissatisfied customers, large wait times for food, too big menu, and
delivery
just
service or
complaints
something?
that none of the meals are really all that good. When you watch the episode for the first time,
it's
there
a
are two things that
crazy
stick out.
ep.
For starters, the pacing is a lot slower. Scenes go on longer, conversations play out more, and you might notice that you're midway through the episode and yet still feel like you're only at the beginning of the story. And what's really impressive about it is that
Once in chat if you haven't seen it. Once if you haven't seen
honest.
the Amy episode.
Here you have a pair of restaurant owners who are refusing to participate in the narrative construction, who straight up refuse the call of action to change their ways and go along with what the show wants. It's the underlying issue of the show suddenly shoved right into your face.
She's
is helping
crazy.
Businesses so flawed that
there's a decent amount of you.
Any assistance he can give.
Okay.
People would go to their personal Facebook page or even go visit in person to see if they were really like that. And the answer was yes. They are. That wasn't the producers. Amy and Sammy simply behave in this matter in their day-to-day life. None of that was exaggerated.
Yeah,
Memes
this was
were
the first
made,
episode I saw online.
Everyone was trying their best to find clips of it on YouTube.
My understanding was that like TV shows couldn't be on YouTube. It was just like copyright, you know what I mean? Like why would I watch it on TV where I have to pay for cable when I can just watch it online for free? This was the first online thing show I've ever seen, this episode.
Full uploads were taken down, but only after receiving millions
I watch
of
Kitchen
views.
Nightmares on TV.
I don't have any of the stats for
with my
those
mom.
original uploads, but to give a frame of reference for how in demand this episode is, an official upload put up 2 years ago, long after the episode originally aired, has 14 million views on YouTube. That's a lot, right? This sort of kickstarted what I think is an interesting phenomenon in the
Now
history of
die.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The show did a follow-up episode on Amy's Baking Company for its season 7 premiere, which was fine, not really all that interesting, but does feature a new interview and some unseen footage, as well as a discussion over what happened. Then the show would end later that year, and so that should be it, right? Reality TV show goes on for years, finishes, and maybe you see reruns every now and then while flipping through the TV. Except no, because
I watch it
now
on
we
YouTube
have
too.
the
We literally
official
do that
Kitchen
on stream.
Nightmares YouTube channel.
I just
which
didn't know
exists to
that
post
that was a
official
thing
Kitchen
until I
Nightmares
saw
clips.
this.
This proved to be wildly
I
popular,
thought TV shows were
and as of
only
now,
on
the
TV.
channel has over 5 million subscribers and a good amount of views on every video, which is impressive considering the channel, by its very nature, is nothing but re-uploads. It's provided a second life for the series, and you could make a compelling argument that Kitchen Nightmares is more popular today via its internet presence than it was when it was actually airing on Fox. And look, I love this channel. I watch the hell out of it. It's got some good shit, but it's also fascinating to look at within the narrative of the show. Because one thing you notice when looking at the channel is that besides the occasional full episode upload, basically everything here are the big dramatic moments. The times where Gordon
We've never
eats
watched
food,
this, I don't
the
think.
times where he discovers health hazards in the kitchen, the times where he argues with the
We only
restaurant
watched the full
owners,
eppies.
all with bombastic, over-the-top titles, or recently memes, which is bizarre to see. You'd be hard-pressed to find a clip here that focuses on any positive aspect of the show, like nothing about the renovation or the owner's changing attitude or the restaurant's success afterwards.
Like Italian
Once again,
or
yeah,
a
I
Mexican
get this.
restaurant for
When
myself.
you're uploading
Which is
content to
crazy
YouTube,
because
you want
like
to
I'm
focus on the
obviously
things
not
that are going to
Italian
draw
or
attention and that
Mexican.
people are going to
But
want
those
to
are like the
watch.
foods that I
And
have
the
the
reality
most
is
fun
that it's
cooking.
more compelling to see Gordon react to being served a raw steak than it is to see a video titled Restaurant Operating Like Normal. But it's wild how this sort of breaks the format of what the show is going for and once again sort of reveals its hand. Kitchen Nightmares sold itself as a show about repairing restaurants and businesses and turning them around into successes. It utilized the 3-act structure to create narratives around it and present the image of success and accomplishment. But now everything is presented outside of that structure, outside of that narrative. The only things that get spotlighted are the failures, the
I understand what
fuck-ups, and
you're
the
saying.
faults. It's the equivalent of the Star Wars YouTube channel only uploading clips where Luke Skywalker gets his shit kicked in. And this does change the way one views the show. You may know in your head that the show is about helping restaurants, but if all you
That should happen more.
is the outrageous and terrible events, then that's going to cloud how you see the show as a whole. I mean, I know I'm guilty of it. The reason why Kitchen Nightmares became my go-to potato chip series is because I fell down the rabbit hole of looking for the most wild moments after the Amy's Baking Company episode came out. This online stuff actually did cause a bit of a stir, too. Back in 2018, Kitchen Nightmares faced a defamation lawsuit from the current owners of the New Orleans restaurant Oceana, who got mad after the UK Kitchen Nightmares page showed a clip from the Oceana episode showcasing Ramsay vomiting after opening a rotten container of shrimp and finding a dead mouse. The owners
His
claimed that
vomit
those
is-
two events were staged, which, look, I have
Like I'm gonna say it. 3 out of like 5 times Ramsey's like yakking is fake. It's just not real. This added
no idea, and
sound
I'm not
is
going to
fake as
comment on
hell.
it. But
He's
more
just like spitting
importantly,
it back
they said
out.
that the clip uploaded with the caption, "No wonder this restaurant is failing," presented an improper view of the business that could
Oop.
affect the restaurant itself. Since Oceana was one of the few places to remain
Fair.
open after the series ended, and it had been a good 7 years since the original episode aired. Even if those moments weren't staged, they're not necessarily reflective of the restaurant as it is now under new ownership and with years and years of business. No matter how Oceana Grill actually is today, Personally, I never heard anything good about it from my New Orleans friends.
It's a
There is
Joker
something to be
that
said about the
will
fact that they
likely
presumably
never
went on the show to
exist.
fix their business and improve, and no matter how effective that actually was, the legacy from now on is going to basically be virally performing clips about how gross and unpleasant the experience was. Nobody remembers how the Oceania episode ends. I
Bakery that has a cafe is so
it for this video.
cute.
But I can't tell you at the
Have,
time.
like, sandwiches
Gordon got
with,
sick,
like,
or the moment
homemade
where
bread?
the owner argued with Ramsey, and doesn't that just sort of go against what the show was trying to do? I started this video because I find narrative structure interesting. I mean, I spent a lot of money and a few years of my life studying it formally in school, so I guess I better find it interesting. But I thought it was fascinating to see how narrative structure can be formed and utilized even in something as simple as an episode of reality TV. We think of the 3-act structure so much in terms of blockbuster films or epic
It'd be
works of
sick to
fiction
own a
that
cafe.
we often forget just
Even
how
a dead
applicable
one.
it is and how it can impact the way that we
I
see
would want
certain
one that's
courses of
only busy at
events.
like
We
lunchtime.
also just find the
and
contrast
dead
between what
the
Kitchen
rest of
Nightmares
the
as a
day.
show is
That'd
trying
be
to do and its internet afterlife to be incredibly fascinating. Reality TV has always been about spectacle at its heart, but in an age where you don't necessarily have to hit a certain allotted time slot, where you don't have to justify what you're doing beyond just saying, I want to focus on shitty food, and where outrage negativity thrives, you can really see the show slim down to its roots and main appeal, the stuff guaranteed to generate the most clicks and play off our own inner bile fascinations. Any sort of narrative structure Kitchen Nightmares might have been trying to achieve is lost, and in its place is simply a bunch of isolated clips with meme titles. And that's saying something. So here's a fun fact. Did you know that you could have watched this video sooner? And completely free of ads on all online essayists. Creators now $1 risk for, but that's
There's no shot this is the rest of the video, is it?
And reboot the ends. Spencer Neil Camp.
Yeah, okay. That's really kind of her to do that. I remember I tried to do that one time. I had like 34 and I decided I was never going to do that again. That's, wow. All right. So anyway. I already played this song tonight. Let me play here. I liked it. It wasn't at all what I was expecting. It was a lot of information. I agree with the generic expectations of each episode, though it did feel like it was more of a social commentary on clips versus long-form content, and the effect that having a lot of significant moments in clips that are related can construe your overall opinion of a show that is so much more than those clips. At least that's how I interpreted it. Not to be a fucking nerd or anything, but yeah. Video essays, I feel like turn on my like school brain. And the problem with my school brain is that, like, tomorrow I'll never think of this again. But while it's happening, I'm like, yes, I agree. Tell me more. I'm a really good listener, but I'm not very good at retaining stuff, unfortunately. That's unlucky. But anyway, chat, I'm going to open up that, that application that lets me grab all of your guys' clips into like one bite-sized thing, and then you guys can drop your clips for video essays. I don't want anything longer than half an hour though. Make it a 30-minute cap so that we can watch like maybe one and then switch to ooh, that's a crazy burp. And then we can switch to a couple episodes of Ramsey. I'd like to watch maybe 2 if possible. Oh, well, maybe 1. We'll watch 1. Was it this one? Clip.
I'm trying to tell you about a potentially fundamental human rights case.
Pause. Trash. Okay, try dropping a link. It's open. You have audios longer than that? I do. But the thing is, we're already past the halfway point of my job, and I'm not trying to do any overtime today. I'm trying to play some Pokemans later, and to do that, I need to get to bed at a decent time. I have no time for logic or reason. Oh, I'm a selfish asshole, and I don't have the attention span for longer than 30 minutes. Okay, good, good, good. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah, I should read these. I should read this. Fanfiction. Okay. I'll give you guys until whatever the next song is. Once that's done, I'm going to stop taking videos, links, and I'll decide out of what we have. That one's interesting, though. There's already one that is above the rest right now. Ooh, actually, wait a second. There are two that are contenders. Oh! It might be a wrap. Ooh! I'm gonna turn this up. Okay, you can't tell me this isn't Ski Mask. But the song says Chauros. Do you guys know this song? It's just... This is Ski. Uh-huh. Fuck, it's so good. Sorry, I was actually just in the music video. The camera was here. The camera was here. And that was just a clip from it. This last one is crazy. This last one. I thought you guys were really big on video essays. Is the time budget actually that much of a constraint? Is it, or constraint? Is it actually really tough? You usually watch 8-hour video essays. Yikes. That sounds exhausting. Okay. I've made my decision, but I'm gonna make a quick question. One's in chat if you've seen the Spy Kids movies. Any of, like, the original trilogy, not the, like, that newer shit. Okay, good. A sizable amount. Perfect. Because that's the one I want to watch.
Yeah, this is William Tice. I have to admit, I'm very intimidated to talk about Spy Kids. I feel like everything I've done on this channel up until now has just been practice to talk about Spy Kids. Spy Kids is essentially a quintessential piece of cinema from the 2000s, and it really is quintessential.
What'd you do?
Your parents are international spies, but
turn it down a little bit.
My parents can't be spies.
They're not cool enough.
This crazy franchise
Wait, the
by
time is... It was slowed down.
As goofy as it is absurd, but it was also just really cool. It's these charismatic children doing action and comedy, and it feels like it's a world created by kids. It was described as Willy Wonka meets James Bond, and I genuinely don't think there's a better description for these films.
That is a good description.
Absurd imagination and pretty cool action. To call it cool? Yeah, I'm scared to call Spy Kids cool. Yeah, I think Spy Kids as a franchise and other children.
It was cool. It was really cool.
Girl have really just been
I rewatched it recently.
Meanies, but I think
like
Spy Kids deserve
within the past
to have
6
a little
months.
respect put on their sleeves.
he's not the guy.
Yeah, it's the guy. It's funny. We get it.
I'm the guy.
But the meme is that
was such a good meme. He had 100 levels?
He's best known for his portrayal of the guy in Spy Kids 3D Game Over. And then Frodo Baggins.
I was gonna say, imagine not being known for Frodo, like before being known as the guy. That's crazy.
Okay, but the memes are very funny too. Spy Kids as a franchise and as a trilogy deserves to be recognized.
Why did I forget he was
for
in
its
Spy
unique
Kids?
brand of
Because he's in there for
creativity and
a whole 2
storytelling
minutes.
Genuinely.
Maybe 1 minute.
I bet y'all are wondering why I'm dressed like this. But before
No.
I tell y'all,
I assume
let
that
me
was your
thank
style.
today's sponsor, Cerebral. Cerebral is an online mental health platform that provides condition.
Oh, it's a long ad. I'm gonna skip it.
Become spies to save the produced by Robert
the Drip.
Directed, written,
Sure
and
was very
produced
funny.
by Robert Rodriguez, the original Spy Kids films were released
I want a
between
bucket hat.
2001
Get
to
one! You deserve
2003.
one.
The film trilogy follows Junie and
I like the
Carmen
really
Cortez,
long
who become
ones.
spies to
Like
save their parents, who
what
are
are they
also
called?
spies after they've
Like
been
a
kidnapped
Tilly
by
hat?
an evil
Something like that?
mastermind who's been capturing spies. They save their
Fishing
parents
hat?
and then are employed by the CIA, I mean the OSS, as a family where they go on all sorts of wacky adventures, beat up bad guys, and, you know, learn to appreciate each other.
That's fact. It is a family of spies.
It to be silly and charming
That's
and
funny.
fun because I know I like Robert Rodriguez, but the thing that pulled me in instantly into thinking that maybe my nostalgia for these movies isn't the sole factor in my appreciation for them is the opening scene in the first
Take in, they live on a cliff in the middle of nowhere. Like they have no neighbors.
film. Carmen and Junie's mom tell them the story of how she met their dad. while on a
Imagine
thrilling
this was your house,
spy
chat.
mission, told
Look at
as a
this place.
bedtime story removed from the reality of it being about their parents. It's really just a piece of exposition.
Living the
but
best
it
life.
sets the
Oh
tone
God.
For a film that's
I wanted to
larger
be them
than
so bad.
life,
Me
with an
too.
incredibly strong family dynamic.
It's
The
one of the reasons I grew up
chemistry
really
between
wanting
the
a
families
sibling.
Actually pretty ridiculous, with the chemistry only being complemented further by the supporting cast's chemistry, which is also just ridiculous. But what I really appreciate of Spy Kids as a franchise is each film is fun.
We gotta
and
watch it
unique
in the
its
server
own way,
sometime.
with a
I actually
different
really
setting
fuck with
and
these
cast. I also
movies.
want to discuss all of
Stupid.
these films together rather separately because I do think the quality remains consistent throughout. Even for Spy Kids 3D Game Over,
Okay.
but of course there's a stipulation to that, which I'll get into later.
I know. Can I just talk to myself at least?
Take in Rocky, bro. Rocky was in Spy Kids 3.
It is worse than the other two.
Wait, and the really handsome guy whose name I can't remember.
In the
He was
first film,
he was
Junie
in
and
there
Carmen
too.
follow the trail of their parents' capture.
He's
and
known
learn
for
their
being
dad has
handsome.
developed an important piece of technology.
What's his name?
The third brain. They go on a mission, becoming spies themselves to rescue their parents from the host of Junie's favorite TV show, Floop's Fooglies.
George Clooney?
Whose weird cast is actually made up from captured
that right?
former spies. He wants the third brain to create an army of spy kids, but they're robots. Hey, that's my kid.
No, we can't watch it on Fridays.
Junie and Carmen
I talked
save
about
the day
this.
and become
I
members
talk
of
about this all the
OSS with their
time.
Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams. Junie and Carmen are now spies, but they're upset because they're getting assigned baby missions.
Yeah,
They
he
want
plays the
more.
president.
No more rinky-dink assignments.
So Carmen, the hacker that she is, hacks into the OSS to assign themselves a top-level mission on a mysterious
Imagine hacking into the freaking CIA from your treehouse. Like this show is,
island.
movie.
Island content. Their tech doesn't work, and they have to use creativity to stop a doomsday device while avoiding being attacked by giant monsters. And Spy Kids 3 Game Over released.
Why
as
have the
Spy
biggest
Kids
smile? We
3D
can't do it. We
Game
can't do it.
Over.
It has to be
Junie has
new
retired
things.
from the OSS, but his sister is missing inside a video game. So
I
he's
just
got to
realized I
go
don't remember
inside
much
the
about these
game
movies at
to
all.
defeat Sylvester Stallone.
I remember.
Who put his grandpa in a wheelchair, but forgiveness
It's
is
like
the best power
painted
of
on my
all,
brain.
so that he doesn't do anything about it. But then there's this big Avengers get together with all the characters at the end of the movie.
Somebody ring the dingster.
What I really love about
The
all of these movies is they're
Dingster.
just so totally disconnected from actual.
I don't remember this version of the Spy
work.
Kids.
They're all really
No?
creative, weird setups, and are much more akin.
You
to,
probably
classic
watched the like
children's literature.
newer
They go
ones
down
that
the
are like
rabbit
super
hole,
shit
through the wardrobe.
that have like a
Charlie's
lot of
brought to the
special
chocolate
effects
factory. It's-
instead of
they're
like
just invited
practical
into
stuff.
Another world, and they work for the CIA. I love how sometimes the story elements in
The
Spy
second one with
Kids
the
seem
thumbs?
to be
I think the thumbs are
instinctive
in
to
all
how a
three.
kid would
I
tell
think
a
the thumbs are
story.
in all of them
Story,
actually.
Mom, but it needs a new ending. It needs monsters. Oh, is that right?
And that's the story we get here. We get the story where there's a monster.
Oh, don't worry. I think it's reversible.
Oh,
And the
true.
Willy Wonka meets James Bond is also really fitting because I
just
feel
took
like
that
Floop's Castle
in.
is how a child might imagine a weird show like Teletubbies is produced. The same
Yeah,
way
2 or
that
3
how
are
a
is
kid
my
might
fave.
imagine a chocolate factory operates.
I've
Just
seen
like how
1,
Willy
2, 3, and
Wonka has
maybe
its own
4.
iconography. I really think Spy
Maybe?
Kids has its own bizarre iconography and its own imprint onto the cultural lexicon. Yeah, I said cultural lexicon in a Spy Kids video.
You think God?
Floop's Castle is just so
There's
weird
5 of
and
them things,
psychedelic
and a
as well
TV
as
show.
all of the creatures, thumb-thumbs with their big old thummy
But
dumpies.
4 and 5
All the
have
gadgets
like
are also so
new
weird
kids
and
because obviously they're
imaginative,
too
and all
old.
of the gizmos look like they're toys.
You like toys?
I like toys. I'm a toy kind of guy. And in Spy Kids
Yeah,
2,
they're on
I
Netflix.
love the aesthetic of the island. It's very
That's how I
much
knew, or how I
an
found out.
island. I like that. Spy Kids 2
Jessica
has this
Alba's
very
the mom
classic
now.
Ray Harryhausen kind of feeling to it. The monsters all look kind of janky, like they're stop motion, but that actually gives it a very classic feel and a distinct style. The humor and creativity of the world are totally intertwined with so many little things eliciting a smile and curiosity in each scene. The Thumb-Thumbs are Floop's servant robots, mostly animated in CGI, but when they put on the ninja
Oh, I was
costumes,
wrong.
they're
I
doing
thought they were
clunky,
practical.
dopey stunts. It's so
Wait, this is
charming.
practical.
I love the scene in the second film when the Secret Service is dancing in sync around the president's daughter.
That shit's a meme.
As a barrier
She's
for
just
Doom
doing
to
ballet in there.
dance. Hilariously, he's able to clear them away and ask for a dance because he, as a spy kid, outranks them. Well, the aesthetic quality of the technology is
Such a
appealing, it's also very
meme.
creative. Dr. Romero uses his miniaturized versions of the creatures
transmooker
on top of a small model of the island, and they're able to recreate the movements of their larger counterparts. It's an interesting
I want to
security
know.
system. It can
I
serve
want you
as
to know I
exposition
love
for the
you
different types of
enough,
creatures that
even
roam
if
around the
I'm not
island, or if some spy kids
here
end
right
up
now.
there or something.
I love you
Like
too,
these
buddy.
kids on my island, they're spying on me. And also, like, there's so much child empowerment and wish fulfillment in these
True.
movies. Every single time they have a cool gadget. As a kid, and now, I was never about it. I didn't like seeing Junie and Carmen just have instant McDonald's. That pissed me off. Because I wanted instant McDonald's, and I knew that shit would never exist. So
No, he isn't a dreamer. I saw it in the movies and I was like, if Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge, if they can make it up in imagination, they can make it real. I was a believer because I saw it in a movie. I wanted it too. I was jealous, but I was like hopeful.
Carmen, keep your greasy McDonald's hands off of my McDonald's Spy Kids toys.
One Spy Kids toy and every McDonald's Happy Meal.
All of the gadgets are very simple, like the rubber band in Spy Kids 2 or the bubble gum in Spy Kids 1. It's just
Machete's
little,
Elastic
cool
Wonders.
gizmos made out of things a kid could actually hold. And I think both Spy Kids 3 and Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which I'm
Oh,
really
they have
not going
McDonald's
to get into in this video.
After the second one, they had a bunch of different toys that came together to turn into like the little bug. I used to want that shit so bad. I wanted it so bad.
Kind of abandons that
When he comes up, I'll
simplicity
pause
and
it so you can
loses
see what he
some
looks
of that
like.
charm, which is why I think those movies don't hold up as well. They're still fun, but something the Spy Kids movies just does so fucking well that brings all of this together and actually makes it a worthwhile experience to watch.
I only saw the first Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Is there more than one?
Family's chemistry is so unbelievable. Like, I'm all
True.
about husband and wife characters who just want to each other. Like, it's just like, yes, like, they've been married a long time and they're still into it. Carla Gugino.
They do be trying to smash
but Antonio
more than
Banderas
once.
Is seen as such a suave guy, and they use that to make him like the lamest dad, and they make him do slapstick all the time. The
They
side
do!
characters are just wonderful as well.
Because he's
cast
very
in this
cool.
movie
Antonio
is
Banderas is
incredible.
very
Alan
cool.
Cumming and Steve Buscemi do a great job of playing these sympathetic antagonists. Alan Cumming, of course, is Floop, who runs the children's TV show and just wants to make a good show.
I snap my fingers, and my fingers snap you.
but is being
It's a good
directed
quote.
by everyone around him to create these weapons. He just wants to find out the one thing missing from his show, and it's really sweet when he and Junie sit down and talk, and he appreciates Junie for being a fan of him and actually wants to listen to him. Despite how packed these movies are, they're only about 90 minutes each. They're pretty tight films.
They are
But
pretty
each
short.
scene is written to convey the characters so strongly that they're really able to make memorable performances out of each in just a few short scenes.
It's true. I remember this shit like the back of my hand.
Dr. Romero, the guilty scientist who has abandoned his creations on the island, all of the funky monsters and stuff. What an iconic role. I mean, I have to mention this line.
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
I'm 12, I can't. This line is just so out of left field.
Don't look at me like that.
Of course,
I'm no
everyone
loon.
remembers it because it's a children's movie. Danny Trejo as Machete, who would get a violent spin-off series about 6 years after Spy Kids. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. But I love him.
I
here.
didn't
Danny
realize that
Trejo
was
is seen as
related.
Such a tough guy, and Robert Rodriguez has used him that way, but he's just the gadgets
I remember
guy
that
here.
line,
He creates all of
yeah.
the spy gadgets for the kids, and I love his gentle but thorough explanation when he's like describing how things work to them.
What are you working on?
The world's smallest camera. I don't see it. Yeah, well, it sees you. Ah!
And then, of course, his big
I
goofy
love these
smile
movies!
comes in to help the family fight all the robots at the end of Spy Kids 1. It's just such a pleasure to see him be that way on screen. And then there's a little bit roles like Mike.
The fucking the transmooker, the way they make like such a big ass deal about this whole thing, it's literally just like an EMP.
The main villain of the second movie, who also just has like a wonderful defeat.
Just wait till Mom finds out you try to take over the
The
world.
world again.
No, please. They beat him by telling his
The mom, Salma Hayek.
that he was trying to take over the world. That's so fucking funny. And he's like, no. Emily Osment in the second film at 30
Faster.
giggles just kills it.
Faster.
And Robert Rodriguez actually wrote more scenes into the movie with her in it because he wasn't expecting to be able to find a child actor as good as she is. She's no longer a child. And I love
True.
Cheech Marin's arc in the film.
I'm not your
where
uncle.
First, he turns out to not actually be their uncle. He's undercover.
I'm not your uncle.
And then they keep calling him their uncle in the second one, and he betrays them, and he's like, I'm not your uncle.
Felix, how could you?
I'm not your uncle.
But then in the third one, they need his help, and they need their help, and he's like, I'm their uncle.
Well, I am their uncle. That shit kills me.
Of course, none of the supporting cast really matter. If Carmen and Junie, Daryl Sabara, and
He
Alexis
just wanted
David's
screen
dynamic
time.
wasn't so
I'm gonna watch this movie this weekend. They're so good.
Very fun.
Well, I'm their uncle.
Your eyes closer.
Everybody has rocket boots.
bickering with each other, but there's genuine chemistry behind it. Despite the bickering, though, the characters have an implicit trust in each other, and by the end of the trilogy, there's a little
Told
character
you.
arc, and they seem to respect
I
each
told you.
other. Carmen, of course, was such a badass character back in the day, and I thought she was incredible and awesome, but I as an adult watching these, the thing
Ate
that
it
really
up
sticks out to me is
like
Daryl
candy.
Sabara's performance.
Why don't we dance
Ballet.
ballet?
What a coincidence.
Incredible coincidence.
So do I.
So do I.
Oh.
Amazing. He's literally the future husband Meghan Trainor told us about. In the first film, his fear physically affects him through his warts on his hands, which
Aw,
appear because he sweats
yeah.
so much out of being scared so much all the time.
Sweaty
like a little
palms
baby.
cause
He's
warts.
the underdog in the story. Junie is written as
Not
such a
that
gentle
strong,
and innocent
Junie.
character, and Sabara is able to embody that so well. But as Junie becomes a more confident character, his performance is able to carry that kind nature forward with a new confidence.
I don't believe they're monsters. Maybe you shouldn't either.
Well, what should I believe?
I don't know. You're always in here hiding. Maybe they just want to be with you.
Be with me?
And it's that kind nature that
They
makes
want me to
Junie
eat me.
quit
They
the
want to
OSS
eat me is what they want to be.
Become a gamer.
No cutting the line, freak.
The only misstep in casting in any of these movies is Sylvester Stallone as the collector in the third one. Robert Rodriguez just like hung out with him one day and thought he was like had more comedy skills than he's been.
I hung out with Stallone that whole day, and he just had me in stitches because he was so funny. Not Sylvester Stallone, bro. He's not funny.
I'm gonna write a movie where you have like
The way this shit is so like random and weird, and it's like it's not even really funny. It's even as a kid, I was like, "What's happening?" It's super corny.
and they're all silly and funny.
But I liked
and
it
he
still.
did that, and,
I still like it a lot.
I'm just glad Robert Rodriguez had fun.
I speak for all of us when I say
We want.
yeah,
He changed the speed of that.
But I kind of respect Robert Rodriguez for hiring Sylvester Stallone just to like treat him like an action figure for an afternoon or two. The third film is
That's
still
in the
fun,
movie.
but I think a lot of its charm comes from the fact that it was like released in like red and blue standard 3D.
It
I
is.
think everyone who was a kid in this time remembers these glasses.
Chat, when I saw this movie in theaters, I was too afraid to put on the 3D glasses because I thought like this was gonna happen. So I watched it the whole time with my hands here to make the people who were next to me think that I had the glasses on. Super embarrassing.
Spy Kids 3D Game Over. Coming soon to 3 DVD.
I don't really love the CGI world, but the film does still have a charm to it that is
I had the
distinctly
3D
Spy
glasses,
Kids.
but we
However,
didn't have
the film primarily
typical
focuses
red and
on
blue.
Junie, with the rest
The
of the
black
cast
ones?
either being just
Oh.
a cameo role or Carmen taking a much smaller role than in the previous films. The first two films really show that the entire world of Spy Kids was really necessary to make it work, while the third one is just sort of like, let's talk about Robert Rodriguez. I want to kiss him. Well, you know, I want to kiss 23-year-old Robert Rodriguez when he was working on his first film, El Mariachi. Robert Rodriguez has been a guy for a while now. He's not the guy, but, you know, he's some guy in Austin, Texas. Robert Rodriguez got to start in the American independent film scene in the 1990s.
Okay.
He's just
Who is
chilling.
this guy?
Unlike most indie films, El Mariachi is an action film, which is what makes it notable. Not just
I've
people
never seen
sitting,
it.
talking, but people running, shooting. The story's about a case of mistaken identity, as a mariachi coming into a small town looking for work is mistaken for a
Low
rival
budget
gang
films are
member
usually
returning from
conversation
prison for
heavy,
revenge against a
'cause it's
small-time
cheap
drug
to
lord.
film.
Rodriguez used all the resources at his disposal to make an exciting and
You were
fun
just a
film,
baby. I
and
was a
absolutely
baby.
succeeds in that. It premiered at the
How
Toronto
old was I?
International Film Festival in September of 1992, and by February of 1993, it had been purchased by Columbia Pictures and received widespread distribution.
my thing
He's
is still on
directed Sin
airplane mode. I
City,
keep
Spy
forgetting to
Kids,
take that off.
Alita, Battle Angel, Desperado, and Machete. He likes action movies, and his shit is really fun. He collaborated with Tarantino on a whole lot of things like Grindhouse and Dusk Before Dawn. If you're into filmmaking or
I
anything
would have
creative, I
been
highly suggest
8
you
when
did
it
what
came
I did
out.
back in high school, and literally like yesterday, the day before
Spy Kids
recording
3D,
this
so I was
video,
big
and read
scared.
his book,
Yeah,
Rebel
Sin
Without
City is
Fruit.
sick.
In it, teacher,
It's actually sick.
Robert Rodriguez describes his time making El Mariachi.
I need to rewatch that.
So
I
get
think
this,
I
Robert
haven't seen it
Rodriguez,
since
he
I was a kid.
student at UT
Also.
Austin. He was making a little cartoon drawing called Los Hooligans, and he really wanted to get into the film program, but he didn't have the grades. So guess what he did? He made better films than the film students and weaseled his way in there by, you know, actually doing the work. But he didn't like how restraining the program at UT
Actual
Austin was,
genius!
So what I would really recommend any creative person to do, and sold his body to medical science
Wow.
for $7,000 to raise funds to create an independent film.
Imagine getting some friends, an old film camera, and $7,000 that you receive for lending
That's crazy, like, belief in yourself.
out your body to medical research and making a movie that's a hit.
Being from a Mexican-American family, Robert Rodriguez wanted to use his connections back home in Mexico to create a film for the Spanish video market, which he could sell and then raise
Aww.
enough money to make a better film with.
There's my camera wrapped in a t-shirt, and there's me back there.
There he is.
Oh.
Why is he so hot? He's 6'2". I'm 6'2". He did everything for this film.
This guy's
The most
down
expensive
horrendous.
Part of it was actually buying film stock to shoot on. But since that was his most expensive material, he had to be careful what he would shoot. He had to come up with creative solutions.
Take in chat, today you can make a whole film with your phone. Your phone has better quality than this whole thing that this guy had to sell his body to make.
For
Isn't that nuts?
They messed up. Instead of
That's
cutting
crazy.
and redoing it, he would cut to a different angle and cut around all the good parts. And in the end, it creates a working, intelligible sequence. And despite the fact that this was such a quick process to film, the final product looks like it took forever because of how many different angles and cuts there are. It looked like they were shooting all day, but they weren't. He would set up different shots mid-take. So a lot of cinematographers will shoot with a fixed lens that can't zoom. There's a few reasons why you would do this, but Robert was shooting with a telephoto lens, and during conversations where he knew he'd be cutting back and forth, he would be zooming in on the actors to like match intensity, so back in the edit it would like be seamless. But it looks like they set up 3 different camera angles and shot it 3 different times.
That's crazy.
He took it around the American Film Festival circuit.
Not you saying 6'2" is a short king.
And telling others that it actually
that's crazy.
To see if they would buy it, and they did. To put in perspective how cheap this film was made for, after it was picked up by Columbia Pictures, who distributed it internationally, they spent $200,000 to transfer the 16mm film print to a 35mm film print and to remaster the sound. The movie cost less than that. Robert Rodriguez is definitely
That's a lot of money.
One of my favorite directors, but none
We
of his
can
movies
hear that.
are anywhere close to being my favorite movie. His films are fun and self-described as goofy. It's goofy shit, and there's so many great setups and punchlines and visual gags. It's truly filmic. I was watching Desperado with a few friends a few weeks ago.
I want to watch
Somebody
this.
asked me why they think Robert Rodriguez chose to do Spy Kids after Desperado.
I want to see
Desperado.
Desperado.
Is recast as the mariachi. My response was, I think Spy Kids is actually a very natural progression from Desperado, and he kind of laughed and blew me off until he saw this. So many of his films, even the more violent and
Not the
intense
guitar
ones, are
gun.
filled with goofy setups and goofy, memorable
That's the
moments
uncle!
and big characters. And so many people want to work with him because he runs
Wait.
a very efficient and very fun film set.
He's not the guy.
These are some big names.
He's worked with Cheech Marin like half a dozen times, and I laughed my ass off when he said this in the Spy Kids commentary.
Cheech is another guy that I work with a lot. I think I've only worked with him a total of maybe 6 days though, because whenever I make a movie with him, I always shoot his parts out in a couple of days. Those become Cheech days.
And all of these things that
Cheech
I really
days.
appreciate about Rodriguez, Robert, can all be exhibited through the Spy Kids films, almost like
Junie, put your bag on right,
some
bro.
of his other films. And the Spy Kids films themselves carry over a lot of his creative philosophy directly into the themes of the movies. Floop is not this joyous, confident guy that Junie imagined him as. Floop, as a creative, has to balance the creative vision he wants to achieve with something that can make him a lot of money. His decisions makes his investors mad, but all he wants is for his show to be better. A conflict I'm sure Rodriguez felt.
I'm getting
when taking his
emotional.
production style into Hollywood.
Chat, did I not fucking act that out? I fucking acted that out because I knew what came next. I can feel like here and here getting like tingly because I just like I connect to him so much right now.
That allows him to
right now
be able to create what he sees as his perfect show is when he asks Junie for advice. And it's Junie, the child's perspective, that gives
children
the thing that ultimately improves his show. And that was Robert's philosophy when creating Spy Kids. He wanted to create a movie that felt like it was written and created by a kid. And he later actually collaborated with his kid, his 7-year-old kid.
I had a crush on Floop. Me too, bro.
Which just
Me
makes that
too.
movie so much
Floops.
more charming knowing
Flooblies.
Who has such a raw, creative energy to it. Robert Rodriguez turned down a larger budget to do the sequel to Spy Kids because he wanted
If you're a bosun, you know all it takes is you gotta be nice, and I'm attracted. Floop is such a sweet guy.
And I believe that the more complex a picture gets, the simpler the process needs to be. In being creative, it's why you get up in the morning when you're making a movie. You want to be creative. You want to be challenged creatively and think, how am I going to pull this off? I don't have the money. I don't have the time. and you're so much more excited. Everyone gets so much more excited about the project when they're having to really use their heads and really think.
I went and dove and shot these underwater caves and formations for all the underwater work so that we would have a real background to mix them in, so it wouldn't be just.
Listen, nice guys are hot. I agree, bro.
The Bahamas
nice girls are hot too. Nice people, sexy, bro. Make me drool. Shit. Do something sweet for somebody? Fuck. Let me take you out to dinner.
When they were building sets for the first Spy Kids, before the sequel was green.
What I wanted to do was use all these sets again in Spy Kids 2, so they'll be completely redressed.
He was thinking about how they could reuse sets for the sequel,
What does that mean?
and they did. He was offered to create franchise films like X-Men, Superman, and Planet of the Apes, but he was like, no, that stuff's not Robert. What is Robert is Spy Kids thumbs.
Something that I had been teaching myself over a course of
what a
films was how to do
memer!
visual effects, so that I would be my own effects supervisor. Usually, if you wanted to have effects in a movie, you would hire someone, a specialist.
We shoot him sitting, then we shoot her sitting there, flop her shot, and instantly, it just doubled the size of the set. What we did is we built a miniature and shot it ourselves in between takes of the kids. You know, usually on a regular movie, you have a whole other unit shooting miniatures. You know, you can have more pride in something when you can go, we did that with shoestrings and rubber bands.
And Spy Kids 2 was actually considered
What
to
the
be one of
hell?
the early innovative films that tried to make the jump from film.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Well, actually, he worked harder, I would say. He had to learn a whole new job, bro.
Episode 2 on high-definition Sony cameras was a
It was
major
work harder, not
alongside movies
more
like Spy Kids
expensive.
2, which also boldly choose to shoot in digital. In his book, Rodriguez complains a lot about the cost and unreliability of film, a feeling he would bring with him into Hollywood as he tried to keep his films in budget. But even before he ever shot a feature film on digital cameras, he would use digital cameras to pre-shoot scenes on tape to visualize them before shooting on film. So he and whatever actors he could get to tag along would have already gone through the sequence, making it that much easier to set up and shoot during the actual filming. The digital filmmaking process allows for filmmakers and even
pretty smart.
actors to watch multiple takes right on set, which can encourage a better performance and eliminate the need for multiple redundant takes. And when you have an entire crew, the quicker you can get done, the more money you save. Robert Rodriguez has a sexy
Antonio
take
Banderas.
on digital film.
Yes, sir.
Digital film exhibition. He said he's been downloading movies for years.
His fucking
In, like,
fake
a
mustache?
2001 interview, he's
It's a great thing. I've been downloading movies of the internet for a while now. An actual demon.
George Lucas was like, hey, I'm shooting Star Wars 2 on digital. It's great for 2s. You got Spy Kids 2. You want digital for that? And Robert Rodriguez, unlike his friend Quentin Tarantino, was like, yes, I love digital.
I actually think I'm getting gypped when I go to a movie and I realize it's either been shot on digital or being projected in digital.
Quentin Tarantino is so fucking pretentious, it's actually crazy. I love him.
Quentin Tarantino, sad. Martin Scorsese, sad.
I love me,
Robert
Martin
Rodriguez,
Scorsese, too.
And hot. Though, to be fair, Martin Scorsese did say you can watch a movie on a big iPad.
An iPad, a big iPad, maybe, you know?
So I think that's sad. However, even though he previously turned down franchise works, I'm really not surprised he wants to work on the
Both
Book
of
Boba
them,
Fett and the
nothing but
Mandalorian.
great
I haven't
movies.
seen those shows, but the behind the scenes of the digital sets they use seems like something that would really appeal to Robert Rodriguez. It's a very efficient, high-tech way to make films, which is totally in line with his early adoption and embrace of digital filmmaking. And embracing all creative solutions carries forward so well in Spy Kids 2, the best gadget they receive after receiving all this cool high-tech stuff. at the
Machete's
beginning of the
elastic
film
wonder.
is the rubber band, because once they get to the island, all of their gadgets stop working.
It's a rubber band.
Yeah, but it's also the world's greatest gadget. 999 uses. And the important thing is, you have to figure out what those uses are.
First
He
use
didn't want to sit
fashionable
there and have to think
bracelet.
about how to spend an expensive
Second use.
budget. He just wanted to create bigger and better ideas. Like the scene where Carmen and Junie are talking to each other inside the cave of treasure on the island. They
I
can't
can hear
each
that.
other speak, but they can hear each other think. That's such a creative and very memorable scene. But it's not because they spent a bunch of money on CGI and creatures and whatever. It's because they just came up with a fun idea. These films,
It is a
despite
really
being
fun idea.
franchise pieces, really have a homemade independent film feeling to them. It's made with a lot of love and care, and Robert Rodriguez actually took on a lot of extra roles he didn't really know how to do on the set, just because he wanted it to have that very crafty, loving vibe to it. He actually animated some of the creatures on his computer in his garage at his home, because that's what Ray Harryhausen did. Harry's written all over this film.
I did the sound mix in my house. I did all the editing, the music here. Really wanted to make it in my backyard. I wanted to go back to making a home movie.
Shit, bro!
Because this was a part 2. It already has a strike against it because it has a 2 on it. How do you make it feel not like just a sequel?
Chat, what's your opinion on sequels? Do you think they're better or worse?
In the first one, I thought
typically.
it needed that personal touch. It needed that obsession. It needed that me putting everything I had into it and my crew putting everything they had into it to make it a very personal movie. Because I think the bigger the movie gets, the more personal it needs to get, the smaller it needs to get in order to feel genuine, so it doesn't just feel like another movie just falling off the factory line.
What's remarkable to
me, I feel like they're typically worse, but I also might like them more sometimes.
Before Spy Kids is he really discussed these movies as something that was really a part of his filmmaking legacy.
Captain America 2 better than Captain America 1.
Was the most fun he had filming a movie since his original El Mariachi.
Aww.
Looking at a set or looking at it or coming up with an idea. It's not that much more work. It's actually a lot of fun. I've found out that this was the most fun I've had making a movie since probably El Mariachi.
Rodriguez actually discusses
That's so
that
sweet.
both the second and third film
Iron Man 3 was my fave?
Huh? Before being fitted into the Spy Kids franchise.
What?
He just used what he considered to be
You might be the only person to have that take in existence.
He turned down a higher budget so he could have more creative freedom, not only to make the film he wanted to make,
completed
but to
picking your nose.
The entire process how he wanted to run.
I just realized Spy Kids, the first one came out in 2001. I was born in 2001. LOL. That's why I thought you only saw the remakes, like the 4 and 5.
To do that. I mean, you can clown on Spy Kids 3D for its meminess all you want, but that filmmaking process led to Sin City, which is a pretty gorgeous film made nearly entirely with digital sets. The Guardian, April 2001.
Cool.
I'm probably the only guy who really enjoys being in the movies. That's a pretty big statement. And that fun, loving expression really.
Hey, listen, it's a fine opinion. It's a fine opinion. I just really don't think anybody else.
Great. You can really respect
feels
and
that
appreciate them. Just fun, goofy action films. Some of which
the Wee Top Brigade is out in full effect as
the Spy Kids 1, 2, 3.
Iron Man 3 is my fave too.
Spy Kids 4.
I have been corrected. You're not alone.
Who's flying this thing?
I thought you were. Oh no, they do not look like pet lovers.
It's bad. It's just real bad. I think it's kind of cool that Spy Kids 4 10 years later had a less of a budget than the original Spy Kids, but like the casting's all over the place, the humor's off, the villains aren't as memorable and dynamic. Jessica Alba's okay, but you know,
I'm not sure.
Jeff Winger,
Joel McHale.
Like I don't hate him, I guess, but like he's a weird character, and his
You simply can't believe that Joel McHale would ever be like a spy. Like this guy is just a memer.
Arm doesn't come off in the character that's written, and then there's that talking dog, which is just like every time he starts talking, the energy in the scene is like flat, and it just seems like whoever was doing that voice was just so disconnected.
Butterscotch Kindergarten. I'm screaming.
And, there were some fart jokes in the original Spy Kids
Listen,
movie, sure, but there were a lot.
That's like 23-ish, 23 this year.
Theme song plays. That's the greatest movie I've ever seen. Holy shit. So, anyways, I'll see y'all soon.
I liked this a lot. I ate this shit up like candy, brother. That was so delightful. So just enjoyable. My music is really loud. I'm turning it down. Okay. Wow. Thank you for that. I love being reminded of how much I love Spy Kids. I need to rewatch that shit. It is so good. Excuse me. It is so good. I like that one. 10 out of 10. On God, 10 out of 10. That was really, really enjoyable. I am such a big fan. When I was a kid, I ate that shit. Oh, wait. They never showed the bug. Okay. Bug from Spy Kids. Ralph. It was Ralph. I thought it was Rufus. But that's the little guy from Kim Possible. Oh, my shit's in the way. Yeah, he was cool as hell. Wait, they have the McDonald's one. Oops. That's what it was with all the toys. This was like the watch, and then there was like their pass that he like showed to make them break up. And then this was like the ships that they flew in. And what's this? It's maybe some goggles? Oh yeah, some goggles that they looked through at some point. I wanted it so bad. I think the only one I owned was this and the pass. Yeah, I only ever had these two. Maybe I had the head at some point. But I wanted it so bad. That toy looks cool. As a kid, this shit was fucking cool as hell. Yeah, the mole rat. Rufus the mole rat from Kim Possible. My bad. Though Ralph and Rufus are like pretty close. To be fair. To be fair. I think... Did he eat somebody's dentures here? I think he did. I think he did. He was so cool. There's one point where he's like swinging like Spider-Man. Frick. Oh, wait. This was the head of the ship. Frick, man. It was so cool. Secret listening device. Chad, do you think I could like find this and buy it? Secret listening device, Ralph. Ralph listening device. eBay, perhaps? It'd probably be so expensive. How much do you think it would cost? Ralph listening device toy. Says no exact matches. Maybe Ralph device toy? Maybe, fuck. Ralph Spy Kids toy. This will be my last attempt and then I'm gonna give up. Someone has all of the... Chat. Someone has a lot of all of the 9 McDonald's Spy Kids 2 toys sealed. It's not cheap, but it's also not crazy. It's like $70. No, I'm wrong. It's Zaya. Oh wait, that's USD. In CAD, it's like 85. It's like 85 in CAD. I'm gonna add it to my watch list. They're sealed though, chat. What makes it exciting is I can open it on stream and build it on stream, and that sounds like kind of fun. Suddenly that becomes an expense because it's content, you know? Maybe not this month. I'll like it. We'll continue the no buy, and then after I do my taxes in April, if the funds are looking okay, don't want to set the world on fire. The way this song was stuck in my head for so long and I didn't know why, and I realized that somebody put it in a playlist before. Okay, you guys want to watch an episode of Ramsey and then call it a night? One's in chat if you want to do Ramsey, 2 if you want me to think harder. Watch later. Just want you to... Sick. 1. 2 was to try harder with an idea, but I literally don't have any ideas. Wait a second, chat. Oh, okay, no. We only have 2 more episodes left of this season. Wait, we were gonna watch the Amy one. We were gonna watch the Amy episode. We decided this earlier. Kitchen night. I'm spelling nightmares with a K because of frickin' Yu-Gi-Oh. Amy's Baking Company. I just want to set the world on fire. Okay, you guys decide if we're having a bowl or a shot. I gotta go pee. Also, you guys can take a quick pee break. Also, this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna put it all over here. I kind of like myself over here. It feels like all my shit's like together and out of the way. Am I trolling? I kind of like that. I might do both, to be honest. Okay, Miri. Chat, once in chat if you have Amazon Prime. I'm just curious. I'm not asking for primes. Have you guys ever watched those or seen those watched alongs? I'm doing a bowl, I've decided. Oh, sick. Thanks, Al. Have a sip. There's like this watch along feature where we could all be watching something on Amazon Prime, like Prime Video, and it links to my stream because Amazon owns Twitch, but it just like shows my camera. And if you have Prime, you can like click and we watch. It's like I'm streaming the movie to you, and you see my camera in the corner. And if you don't have Prime, you just see me reacting to the video, but you don't see or hear the video. So I think it's really cool, but I also don't want people to feel like not included. Maybe there's a way we can work around that. Like, I won't say it. I'll say it later. I'll say it off stream. Actually, no, I can't. Because Prime Video is mad doxing. Your name is on every single page. And you can't, like... Actually, I'll see if you can change your name. But I don't think you can. Because it's linked to your freaking Amazon account. Yeah. I mean, we'll see if there's a way to hide your name. It only shows, like, your first name, but, like... I obviously am not sharing my first name. My first name's Cappers. Anyway. I'm packed. We ready? Exclamation point Smeed if you're ready to bowl. We'll watch this epi and then we'll call it a night. I used me mom's Amazon. Oh yeah, my mom uses mine. I like family plans. I have a Netflix family plan, but because all of us have like 3 devices of our own, someone's always getting kicked off. It's actually really annoying. Okay. Hey, sir, I thought when you wrote sperm, you wrote sperm. I was like, what? What did he say? Let me have another sip. All right. Putting my mask back on. Enjoy your shot, Venomous. Ooh. Okay. Damn. Yeah, that's easily the best episode, craziest, most eventful piece of freaking... This is why you watch Kitchen Nightmares. For the potentialities of something like this happening. Crazy. Crazy. A good ep. A good ep. Chat, what would you rate it out of 10? What would you rate that out of 10? Instant classic. I've only seen it twice. Just as good as I remember. Arguably better. Frick. Yeah, it's something. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. 11. 9! Didn't hold up for you, Venomous? Yeah, and it's strictly entertainment factor. Obviously, they're horrible people. Horrible, horrible people. Ruining many, many, many people's lives. Probably poisoning people. I can only imagine what Amy might do if she knew of people's allergies. She's scary. She's very scary. Absolutely a spooky lady. My grab number 9 so is a good score. Oh, okay. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. Is there a response video accessible? I can take a gander. I spelled response wrong. Special episode? There's like a longer version that has oh. Wait a second.
Sammy says
Dr. Phil is hooking it up.
that he is organized and very courteous with his staff, but when you see him interact, it tells a different story. He says this is all put up, set up. Let's take a look at this and I'll let you respond. I've eaten a lot of places, some nice, some not so nice, but I don't think I've ever had somebody come out and offer to whip my ass.
That do be true.
There were all those people you see.
He's already mad. Look at him.
Kitchen Nightmare.
And they were Yelpers.
They were not customers at all. My customers, I behave differently with my customers.
Now we did a drill down on that, and these people are not actors.
No, they are actors. Just they want to be shown, and they came just to disturb my
Well, but
life.
you said they're actors. That's not true.
No. When I say actors, from the street, they come just to harass me.
Listen, you don't throw gas
Wait,
on
what?
fire.
What do you...
Why take the bait? Because you say it's just editing, but come on. They didn't, that was an edit, I'm sure, around that, but that was you actually doing that.
Yes, I did it, of course, yeah.
But why do that? You're playing into their hands.
What do you want me to do, to bend over? No, what do you want me to do then? If somebody, no, they came to attack us.
Well, are those the only two choices?
Well,
is either bend over or go on the attack?
We weren't allowed.
I'm stressed.
We weren't allowed another choice. The world was introduced to us in the wrong foot, the wrong way. We were never allowed a second chance. Yes, if someone comes to attack us, we're like snakes. You don't mess with a snake in the desert and go poke it unless you expect to get bitten. And if we bite you, you're going to go down. We're here to fight and stand up for ourselves.
What do you say to that? Okay, one more clip, and then we'll call it a night.
Behavior. You choose the consequence. Every behavior you choose.
It hurts to watch. It's crazy because they believe this. Like, you can't tell me these people are real.
To be standing.
You can't tell me this isn't like my simulation and they put these two people in because I find this shit to be funny and then I would happen to find it at some point and like engage with it. Like, you can't tell me these people actually exist and they're real.
If I choose to respond,
He's like, yeah, I did that, but
somebody
they're
else
not real. He said those are
started
actors. He's like, no, I looked it up. They're not actors. He's like, yeah, but they're like street actors, bro. That's their first gig.
You can be self-righteous all you want. You can say, I'm standing for something. I'm being strong for who we are.
Like,
okay.
They're staying together.
That
They
is
love each other.
Absolutely your choice. But when you make that choice, you choose everything that comes downstream with it. I was invited to Capitol Hill to testify before a congressional committee on the Elementary and Secondary Education Act.
Look at her. She could not care less.
They wanted to know, they said, you've got your finger on the pulse of America. We want to know where we need to put focus.
Okay.
And I said cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. We need to train the teachers. We need to take down the boundaries. And so what's the advice to kids that are being cyberbullied? The advice is unplug. If you're going on chat rooms and there are people on there telling you to
log
go
out
yourself, kill yourself or whatever, the first thing to do is just unplug. Because that is a virtual world, and when you unplug, it goes away. Unplug.
I don't like Dr. Phil. It's a lot easier said than done.
Yes.
A lot easier said than done.
Turn your phone off and close your business. You seriously, is that what you're hearing me say?
So much.
Seriously? Or do you just want to argue?
She wants an advice.
She's stun locked.
No, you don't. You want to argue. You want to be right. You want to be a
She's
right
stun
fighter.
locked.
And when you right fight,
He is not a doctor. Yeah, he's just a guy. Doctor's his first name.
I am not telling you to.
His last name's Phil. Common misconception.
I am telling you to stop reacting to the haters. Let the haters be motivators, but do not.
Real doctors don't say let your haters be motivators. They don't say that.
Unplug means stop reading that stuff. If somebody calls and says, I hope you hang up, just hang up.
Well, we've been doing lately these, we've been...
That's what I'm telling you, but I mean, that's, when I tell you this and you say, oh, so what do you want me to do? Turn off my phone and not let customers come in? Come on.
No, I don't feel that I'm sitting here defensive at all. I feel very safe here. I feel that we have been unfairly attacked. We attacked back. I understand everything that you're saying, but I'm asking you, when our phone at the restaurant, when we can't even conduct business because the phone is ringing nonstop, where we have to take it off the hook, and people who are making fake reservations or writing through our website to make reservations and they're not real people, they're affecting our business. That's what I'm saying when I have to unplug. Also, I've kept record of all of this to build my case.
What?
This is why I've been reading it, to show the world that this is happening, and it's not something I'm just talking about.
So you say she can't unplug because she has to prove to the world that people are talking shit? But the world has the internet. We can already see it ourselves. Why do you have to read it so I know? Listen. She's just doing her best. She's just trying to... I don't know what she's trying to do. But that's just none of my business, brother. That shit is none of my business. Another stream for the books, brothers. She love hearing herself talk. She just love to speak, brother. She love to yak. Oh, W stream. I hope you guys had fun. Sorry it was like a nothing burger, you know? Kinda, we did our typical catch up, and then played a little Jump King because of the wheel, and then we watched 2 video essays and Ramsey. Well, I had a good time. This was fun for me, so it makes me happy if you guys also enjoyed that. Content doesn't always have to be structured. No, I agree. I just want to make sure you guys have a good time. You give me your time, and I just want that time to be fun and exciting and something that you remember and think about later, possibly, hopefully. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome. I'd love for that to be the case. So. But yeah. Ugh. Not every stream has to be like that. We had the bartender one, you know? Every now and then, we'll have we got events. Listen, there's stuff we have. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna re-update the event calendar. Mods will be in the know, and it's gonna be great. But until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. If you haven't had dinner, I hope you eat something up. If you've been drinking, I hope you have some water. And if you're anybody else, and also including you, I hope you stay safe out there. Because if you're safe, it means I get to see you again. And I want to see you again, chat. I really do. Alright. Big hugs. Little kiss. Pat on the head. Bye-bye.